All right, all right, all right. I think I am live. Hello, Zen friends. Happy. What was this Thursday? Just Thursday, right? It's not Friday yet, but almost. Some of you, it is Friday on the other side of the planet. But welcome, everybody. It's a very well, we're in the Libra moon, so it feels very balanced energy. We're going to get back to basics a little bit today, and I'm excited for that. But before we get into everything, let us bring in some beautiful love energy. First of all, we'll ground ourselves and calm ourselves by taking a big deep breath in and holding it for as long as feels comfortable, and a slow exhale that brings us out of the future, out of the past, out of the chaos of the outside world, and brings us back to this moment right here, right now. So if you want to join and do that, and then we'll bring in the singing bowl for some more energy. So let's start off. Big deep breath in and hold. Beautiful, beautiful. And we will hit the singing bowl 3 times. As I do that, just imagine that beautiful, eternal, unconditional love energy of the higher realms just flowing into us, filling us up, and flowing out to the outside world, letting it do what it wants to do out there to help raise the vibration of the planet as well. Something we can do as we're hitting the singing bowl is think of just one thing, one little thing that we're grateful for that immediately begins to raise our vibration, puts us in connection with the spirit world, opens us up to be receivers of their messages, and whatever we're grateful for, it just draws it more easily to us. So it's always a win-win, 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 win when we do this. All right, so I'll hit it 3 times. I'll start off in a little distance so it doesn't blast your eardrums, but watch the volume of your ears. I'm never sure how loud it's going to be. And remember, gratitude. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Let's calm her down a little bit. She's singing up a storm today again. I think she's going to be doing that for a while. There's a lot of energy going on in the world, right? A lot of beautiful energy. So, welcome everybody. So happy to have you here. And of course, excited to see what messages come through from Spirit today. If you are new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome, welcome. We do have a great group of Zen friends, huge hearts, thankfully, great senses of humor as well, because we love to laugh. We love to keep it high vibration here. So, welcome. There's always room for more Zen friends. You're always welcome here. If you want to know how the how process works, it's all down in the description box, down in the of the video stream, and basically, it's the free readings are first come first serve, and they're generally 1 to 2 card readings, and yeah, I think that's mainly the thing there. Oh, if you just want to put your question out in the chat, you can do that. Or if you want to like put general reading, if you're don't want to share your business out there, or you're not sure what you want specifically, you just want to see what spirit has to say, you can ask for a general reading. Um, if you make a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I prioritize those. I step out of the free readings, dive deeper into those, meaning we spill more tea with Bretta Z, pull some more cards for those. You can say, get an extra um, kind of a fortune cookie. It's an oracle card of some sort as well. And then also, um, what else? What else? Well, if you wanna make a donation, I don't know what's going on today. The energy is feels very, ah, just I feel like we can drift away here for a moment, but I feel like that yeah, that, lot of energy going on, right? Yeah, Deb. Hey, Johanna. Hello. Hey, everybody. Um so what I was going to say, I think is what I where I was at in my little spiel that I, give is if you wanna make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom or in the description area of the video stream. It does, mention my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. I don't have any set dollar amounts, so whatever you are wanting to, give from your heart is the perfect amount. I know you're giving what you can, and, I do honor that, as I said. If 2.5 hours in to the session, I have not completed any free readings, I will step out of the donations, do about 30 minutes of free reading. So we make sure to get to free readings every session. And then we bounce back to complete out all the donations. And after that, if I have energy and there's readings, I will try to get to as many of the remaining free readings as I can as well. When I'm done with a stream, I do post a pinned comment listing all of the readings completed and timestamps. So all I have to do is find your name, click on the timestamp, takes you right to your reading. It's very handy dandy. Um, yeah, I think that's the main spiel of those things. If you are interested in getting into a drawing with possibility of winning a 30-minute personal recorded reading from me or one of my energetic hedges, every new moon and full moon, I do have a giveaway for that. We just, of course, had the full moon giveaway. But the new moon is coming up on February 17th, which is a solar eclipse, which is the first day of the fire horse in the Chinese New Year, too. So, boom, boom, a lot of stuff happening there. So, if you have been unlucky before, some people say that I'm so unlucky, I never win anything. That's a good day to try. Very auspicious for there as well. What else? And I do put out before the full moon and before the new moon a little making the most of the full moon energy. Put out the Leo full moon. We just had it this last Sunday, so it's only been like 3 days, 4 days. So we can still use some of that energy. So if you want to find out how to make the most of that Leo full moon energy, be sure to check out that video. And then also, I have a free podcast called The Easier Path. We just put out a new one today called Living Consciously. So I think I misspelled consciously, actually, now that I look at this. I'm like, I think there's supposed to be a U in there. You, it's for you. You are the one that's missing. See, I love it. Anyway, and then also I do have I introduced a new hedge, energetic hedge called the Hedge of Health. Maybe I need to have one for mental health. That is one that I'm going to have. It's more the mind, not mental health, but I know, right? So, but this new hedge is for the physical health. It's a beautiful hedge. It's on special for $35 for a 2 week process instead of 50, and it is one of the ones that you can win if you get into the drawings as well. Because I have two right now: the hedge of peace and love and the hedge of health. But we're gonna have one for I feel like each month, there's like one that they're giving me, at least up until August, I think is what they gave me. So we'll be expanding some hedges, having some extra cool ones that are focusing on different things. All right, that is all the blah blah blah. Let me move that out of the way over here. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. And let me move this over here so that I can see it better. All right. I think we are good to go. Let's do some shout outs and I'll make sure my list is all up to date and we will get into the readings. That's what we're here for, to hear from spirit. So let's get the little list up here. We got the free list going on. We got Faith and Love in the house. Hey, Faith and Love. Always leave your little hand. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, thank you. Oh, yes, and thank you. Thank you for all of you that have hit the like button already. Thank you, Faith and Love, for mentioning that. And I think I saw also Tim De La Gem earlier. So thank you guys so much for mentioning that because I forget to mention it. But it does help out the channel. It's some way you can show me some love. It's free to do. And it does help spread the Zen love. So you're part of the love tsunami. And I'm very grateful for that. So thank you guys so much that are doing that. And we got Jojo in the house. Hello, hello. Breath of fresh air. Hello. I'm going from the bottom up. So let's jump up here. We've got Guide FL. Oh, yeah, Guide. Okay, very good. We have a general here for you. Thought I saw you earlier, but it was a different username. So we got you there. Hello, hello. You're boiling your tea water, Jojo. Yay. Great energy, right? There we go. Breath of fresh air. I see your reading there. So we got you on the list. And Deb, you said your heart just burst open towards the end of those energies. I know, right? Powerful, powerful energies. And Uranus energy this month, according to Sabrina Lynn. Yeah, from Rewilding with Sabrina Lynn, a great astrological um, channel if you ever check her out on YouTube as well. Yeah, big changes. Our Uranus energy of Aquarius, boom shakalaka. And then we have is that Agur Shama? Sharma, I'm sorry. We got you. Hello. Got you on the free list here. Very good. And then Sean G. Hi. I got you on the donations. Thank you. Got that through the Cash App. You'll be up second. And we've got here user PC. I have you for a general reading on there. Hello, hello. And then Bonita, another user. Got you on here as well. Good to see you guys. Get that updated here. And we've got MM. So we've got you on the list as well. And then Swaroot Bobby from earlier, earlier this today. So you might be sleeping, but hello if you are here, or if you come back and watch this later. Hello, you will be up first when we get to the free readings. So we've got here, and so Jojo. Don't think I saw a question from you yet, but I do got your donation, so you will be up first. So if you want to pop your question out there. And then Shanji will be up after that. And then if I don't have any other donations, we'll jump into the free readings. Oh, there you go. The question. Boom. All right. We're going to kind of back to basics today. We're going to just use a standard tarot deck back to the olden days. So I like returning to them every once in a while. Today kind of felt that way. Even when I went for my long walk, actually got my longest walk in today, 4.29 miles, which is like 6.9 or something kilometers. So it's a 5K plus. So it's a good one. It was nice and sunny out. It was like 60 degrees out here, Fahrenheit. So I might have gotten a little bit of sun even. But So I'm excited. It was, not a driven walk, like, usually I can get like an 18 or 19, um, minute mile, walking, just walking fast. Um, yay! And and but today was, I'm just wandering, enjoying the breeze, enjoying the sun, enjoying the birds and animals. It was nice. All right, we're gonna continue to use the inner wisdom compass for our fortune cookie for donations, and then I feel like we'll finish out using the Rebel deck. Still got quite a bit here. It's a big deck. The Rebel deck, everyone gets one of these, even free readings. They're fun little energies. Speaking of like Uranus energy, um, Aquarius, Rebel energy. So I love this. It can be sassy sometimes. So I like it. All right, let me just grab a last couple here that came in, and then we will get into the readings here. Make some more space here. There we go. Nice and flowy, right? Hey, Alexis, good to see you. And get you on here. I think, okay. And then touch of love. Hello, hello. And here's the rest of yours. Alexis is there, you know, because that is like, oh, all right. Yeah, we'll dive into that and find out what's up with Larry. Whoops. Didn't want to italicize. Oh, because I hit the wrong button. All right. Went to hit put an I and I put it in italicized I. That's all right. You guys don't see that anyway. So let's see here. And I think that's everyone else. All right. So let's dive in, everyone. Okay. So, oh, can't forget. Got to do a cheers. So happy you're here. I love you guys so much. Appreciate you. Yum, yum, yum. All right. So, Jojo, you're up first at 1727. Here's your timestamp. Boom, boom. And your question is, does T want to be your friend? Do we have some kind of a bond? Bond, James Bond. I've been watching, they just put the entire James Bond series on Netflix. And I went back and started from the very beginning. I think the first one was Sean Connery back in 65, even before I was born, a couple years before I was born. Um, so it's interesting to watch it go, you know, through the different ones. Now I'm up to Hottie Daniel Craig. I think I watched that one first one last night. It's my little escape. All right, let's take a look here. Does T want to be your friend here, Jojo? Focus, focus. Let's see, we've got these. And then what kind of connection do you guys have here? All right. And that one too. All right, we'll see what we got here. Jojo. What? Oh my goodness. You have some catching up to do. There's like, if you've seen 3, there's like, gosh, let's see if there's like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. There's something like that. There's like quite a bit. Because they've had several different bonds that have been there. All right, well, let's take a look here. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like the underlying energy here, they're definitely, I mean, every friendship, everyone that we interact with, of course, is a mirror for us to really help us learn about our self-worth, our true self-worth. You know, the more that we look for how we define ourselves in the outside world by relationships with people and then situations and things, the more we're pointed back inward because we're so disappointed in the outside world. Not one, they don't, you know, the outside world doesn't live up to these unreasonable expectations that we all have, but it also falls short of giving us this, you know, the love that we're looking for, this eternal unconditional love we find inward and upward. So the more we look on the outside world, it points us back, right? So I do definitely feel like there is some significant growth that comes in here between the two of you around self-worth. Now that can be, 9 times out of 10, it's because of disappointment that we learn. It's the growing pains. 1 time out of 10, it's someone who helps us see how amazing we are because they give us a more accurate picture of how wonderful we are. We hardly ever get that in comparison to, because everyone's usually focused on themselves. And I don't feel necessarily that they're the 1% or the 10%. 1 out of 10 is 10%, right? Maybe it's 99 times out of 100, so it is 1% really. Alright, let's see here. Do they want to be your friend? I got the 2 of Pentacles, a cyclical friend. I like it in the back with the boats. Through the ups and downs, kind of. In and out, in and out, in and out. Let's see what's below that coming in here, because I feel like they're a seasonal friend. It's like a what is it called? A fair weather fan. When things are going well, then, you know, then there's, "Hey," and when things aren't going well, or when things aren't going well in their life, "Hey." When things are going well, they drift away, and then things go bad, "Hey." Sometimes that can be a fair weathered friend or fan. But below here, yeah, we definitely have the Page of Pentacles, taking your worth to a new level, the Page of Cups. This is the self-love to a new level. Yeah, and the 5 of Wands. It is friends. This is a friends energy here. Um, so I do feel like they do wanna be friends, but at a different level or in a different way than you're wanting, with this Page of Cups and Page of Pentacles. It just feels, like, different. Let's see what this connection is here, because I feel like this will tell us more. Yeah, we got the 6 of Swords, helping to leave old ways of thinking behind, move into, calmer waters, from choppy waters to calmer waters. We got the Knight of Pentacles. This is the quest for the self-worth energy. And what is this other thing? Yeah, and the 3 of Cups. So here's that, one of the cards that represents a spiritual posse. So there is a past life connection energy that's here. Just feel like this lifetime you're really so intertwined with a group. You must really have a I was gonna say conjoined, like it's not conjoined twin, it's a conjoined quintuplets or whatever, a conjoined litter of all these souls that you guys are interacting with so much from lifetime to lifetime. But it's like you guys are really on point to have a specific purpose in this lifetime here, because it just feels like, yeah, I'm gonna help you see your worth in a clearer way. I'm gonna help you change your perspective of yourself so that um, you'll be able to move forward and complete your desired, influence on the world, as well as you will help them. Of course, it's not just one sided, but there definitely is that connection. Let's see what else we got here too. Hey, you got the 7 of Swords. So there's a bit of thievery and betrayal energy here. Let's see what this is about. The Hanged Man, transformation, seeing things from a different perspective, and the Knight of Wands too. Fast moving energy here. And it's interesting because the energy I'm picking up here, yeah, right. Definitely something you need to do because it's like you learn some fast um awareness on seeing things differently. But the 7 of Swords has to do with really a stark, very close up mirror showing you how some of your own thoughts have betrayed yourself. And maybe a pattern, showing a pattern, and that can go back to the Two of Pentacles too, which is, a pattern, a loop, that's through their actions, they mirror things so that you can go, "That's weird that they ooh, I do that too. Huh, didn't even realize that," because we realize through them that we are also doing that same thing. So I like it all. The Nine of Pentacles, this is, of course, you in the spirit, the hermit-y kind of energy. So it's not any kind of relationship energy, which I feel like you knew that already, but just to confirm, it's more stepping stone, learning things about yourself and them, of course, about themselves too. But I feel like it doesn't feel like an ugly lesson where you end up, you know, um, dreaming about how where you're gonna bury their body or anything. It feels like more you learn, um, from them very quickly, very kind of significantly, but, um, a lot of it has to do with watching their life, I feel. Let's see what the inner wisdom compass says here. What else about this here? Yeah, so we got the solitude. So, like I said, there's a lot of watching them, like the last one, right? Take time to be alone, tune out the noise and chaos of the world, and tune into your inner peace. So that's what I feel like you'll be learning a lot from watching how they interact, um, and not so much like relationship wise, just the interactions you have and how you watch what they've done and what they do share with you. I feel like you learn a lot through that. And then your rebel card, everyone gets one of these. Yeah, I like it. Laugh more. It says, here's a cheesy joke. Why didn't the duck take a shower at the gym? Because it didn't want anyone to see its butt quack. That's great. I don't want anyone to see my butt quack. All right, so there you go. That's what they have for you, Jojo. So something to laugh. Many, many, many blessings. All right. Too funny. Thank you again for your donation, my friend. All right, let's grab a couple more people here and we'll get back into the list here. So we've got Olivier Vagara in the house. Hey, Olivier, good to see you. I got your message here. Whoops. Your message onto the free reading list here. And hey, and Leslie, hey Leslie, got your message here. So I got your donation as well. Thank you for that. So um, you will be. We have Sean G up next, and then you'll be up after that. Yeah, let's see. Here we got Maria P in the house. Hey Maria, good to see you. Get you on the list here too. Let's see. You are here. Boom, boom. All right, very good. Thank you, Deb. Got yours, of course, just coming in, so you'll be up after Leslie there. A New Yorker duck. Oh, right. You like that? A breath of fresh air. That was pretty it took me off guard. That was pretty funny, I have to say. All right. So we got that. Olivier, we got you there. And then Tim Daily Gem. Greetings, Commander Brother. Is like Commander Bond. Full of Unders and Japanese watch on the side of this. Ah, very good. Thank you, Tim. Wonderful statement there. I think that's everybody. I think I got everyone else on the list here. So we will jump back into the readings here. So, Sean G, you are up at 2944. So thank you for your donation via Zcash app. And your question's up here. So you're calling. Well, first of all, hey, let's give you a cheers here as well. All right. So you're calling to make the payment of the art show, and they still didn't call you back. Ugh, ugh, making you nervous. So how are things going to play out with the art show? So based on current energies, I feel like we got that here and this here, flowing around to here and to here to here. Going to hear from them soon. All right, I'll take a look here. Yeah, it's funny. So, and even with this card here too, at the bottom of the deck, you got the Knight of Cups and the High Priestess. Both of these are very emotional energies, all right? Knight of Cups is the pursuit or the quest for emotional happiness and stuff. And the High Priestess is, very in tune, a lot of Pisces, moon energy that pops in there. But as soon as I read your question, what I heard was, you're dealing with artists, no offense meant to anyone, and most artists will admit, um, we're emotional, artistic beings, right? As speaking, channeling artist energy is creation is what matters the most. Yeah, details, details. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'll get to that. Is the way it often works out. And they're kind of joking a bit that, um, you know, you'll hear from them, everything will be fine, it'll all work out, but, um, there is this, um, focusing on the creation of stuff, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, details. We'll get back to him. We'll get back to him." It's like, "Come on, chop, chop." But you can usually, it just feels like a lot of unless you have an admin that's totally dedicated and not artistic, they will you know, but I feel like that's kind of the underlying energy is like, you've been in a lot of artist circles for a long time, right? So, yeah, that's true. That's how it works, right? But based on current energy, will you hear from them? Yeah, you got the 10 of swords here. It's letting go of expectations, and there is this release it, you'll hear from them. I feel like that's how they're saying, just clear your mind, let it go. Um, but it is them dropping, things can fall through the cracks and things can do so. Calling to follow up never hurts, I feel with that as well. Um, yeah, we'll continue here through these cards because you got 1, 2, 2, 1, 12, 21. Let's see what this is here. Yeah, you definitely the art show turns out amazing. You got the Sun card and the 10 of Pentacles, 2 cards that are, like, hugely amazing as far as abundance and success and wonderfulness, so those are very encouraging. Got all these 10s too, because you got the 10 of Swords, you got the 10 of Pentacles, now you have the 10 of Wands, and the Justice card. Here's this Libra energy, which is the balancing out of things, clarity that comes in, and the letting go of old things and new beginnings. I mean, there's so much here with 3 tens, and the Sun card is a wonderful card too. But the 3 tens are significant endings and beginnings, and I feel like they're reminding me a reading that we had around the art show before was, "How would it impact your life?" And it's gonna be a life changer, right? Right? Isn't it amazing? Because there is that energy of, like, there's something significant with this, and that's why it matters so much to you because you can sense it. But they're like, "Relax, breathe, breathe." It's okay to call and be excited and go, "I'm so excited. I just wanna make sure I know I haven't heard from you guys, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. I wanted to talk to you guys," you know? And they're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. So sorry. We've been so busy and, so many things. And yeah, I'm glad you called," you know? So I feel like they're kind of let your excitement come through and reach out to them, go, "I know you guys said you're gonna call me, but I'm too excited." Yeah, and you got the 2 of Cups. Again, an important relationship is built through this art show. Below the surface, yep, you have the 9 of Wands. The thing that it's been holding you back for a long time where you feel you couldn't get through it. Well, boom. We break through with the 10 of wands, right? In fact, I'm gonna put it underneath there because that is like problem solved, right? Yeah, it's important. It's important. And we can make it, we can step out of the anxious because that's fear, anxiety, and make it into excitement and gratitude. Gratitude is what will move it into excitement and going, oh, I know, I'm so excited for this, right? You also have the Fool card, yeah, an amazing new beginning full of tons of possibilities. So we've got that on the bottom here. Yep, and the Ace of Pentacles. So definitely new opportunities that come through, and the Seven of Wands, which is a card like the Sun, which is about burning bright, shining your light, not dimming your light, and not asking permission to shine, not needing to defend what you're wanting and what you're wanting to create and do. It's just amazing energy that's coming in here. So even on the bottom of the deck, you've got the other card ruled by the sun, which is Leo energy and stepping forward, shining bright, allowing that energy to come forth. It's like you are born to shine, born to be seen, born to lead. Are you a Leo? Do you have Leo in your chart? There's a lot of Leo that came through, but there is that fire energy of being seen like the sun and standing out, and you will stand out. So I love that. Let's see what your fortune cookies bring in here. Let's see what else. All right, we got this here, and we've got yeah, headstrong, boom, 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 powerful, powerful energy. Pisces. Oh, well, that's right. Pisces is powerful too. You might. I wonder if you have any Leo in your chart somewhere, or what you have in the fourth house. No, fifth house is Leo. It says maybe it's time to get out of your own way. Nobody knows everything, and there will be times when you'll just have to accept that. But I like this headstrong. It's like um, when I saw that, I was reminded of Harry Potter when he, in the when his uncle or his godfather was escaping from, I call it Alcatraz. I know that's not the name of it, but the prison, and the soul suckers were sucking the life out of him by the lake, and then suddenly he thought it was his dad did this, big, this big, uh, you know, kind of deer magic was a big thing that saved them, and I kind of feel like that is here as well. Yay, I know, right? Your sister's Lee, you kept thinking about her. Oh, saying yeah. Well, good, you got your birth time. Yeah, you can figure it all out. So I like that. But it's powerful energy, it's powerful magic because he realizes later, spoiler alert, that it was him that went back in time with his friend and it was him that did it, and he thought it was his dad, but that he had done it, he knew he could do it, and that's the whole thing. Because I've done it before, I know I could do it. I know it doesn't make sense, but I know I could do this, so I can do this. So there's this confidence energy, like a Leo kind of energy. Yeah, I like it. Don't be petty. You got no time for stupid drama. It's not that serious. So I like that. It's don't sweat the small stuff. I feel like it's right. Let things go. Enjoy the adventure. Don't get caught up in the little things. Don't let little things spoil the adventure. You're just like, I ain't got no time for stupid drama. Bye. All right. So I love that for you. It looks really good. No concerns on this part, but I definitely feel like it's okay to reach out to them. You're like, I know, you guys were gonna call me back, um, and so just let the excitement flow. So boom, 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 here we go. Oh, thank you, Leslie. Very grateful for you too. Alright, thank you, Deb, for answering Alexis there. Yeah, sorry, Alexis, I sometimes I don't look at the chat while I'm in the middle of the reading. But yeah, I haven't gotten to any free readings yet. Up next, we have Leslie, and then Deb, and then back to JoJo for donations. Let me see. Check my emails here. Oops. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. I think it came in after. Anyway, here. Yep. And then Maria P. So Maria, I'll add you on here. I got you on the free list. So you'll be up here after JoJo's. It did come in after JoJo's second one. So you'll be up after that. And then, of course, for anyone that came in later, at the end of each session, I do post a pinned comment listing all of the readings with timestamps. So if you put in, like, if it's a free reading and you're like, I got stuff to do, how long am I gonna have to wait around? I get it. There's life to live. If you come back after the stream, or ask if you come back in a little later and go, hey, did you get to free readings? If other people will answer, or I will see it eventually and answer it as well. I'll even give you your timestamp if I completed it. But it'll be at the very end of the session. I'll post the pinned comment too. So just an FYI. All right. Another sip. Got to stay hydrated. Well, it's coffee. I'm probably dehydrating myself, but cheers. All right. Don't think anyone else came in either. Boom, boom, boom. No. All right. So let's dive in. So, Leslie, you're up. 41:45 is your timestamp. At least on my side. So let's give your donation a love and a like since it lets me. Ooh, did I do JoJo? I did not. How rude. I'm giving yours a love and a like too, JoJo. I just jumped in. All right. So, Leslie, let's take a look here. Message from your grandma, please. All right. Make sure there's nothing else out over here. Yeah, it was a fun and cute joke, right? Don't want to see your butt quack. All right. So let's see what your grandmother has here. What does your grandmother have to say here? Oh, it's say grandpa? Or so grandma, I mean grandpa, right? Oh, yeah, grandpa, not grandma. He knows. He knows who was gonna speak. Even if this human doesn't, right? All right, let's take a look here. You do have there's a little countdown that's going on here. It's like he's giving you a different, not a different, but a heads up of something that's coming in a positive way. It's 4 cards, then 3 cards, then 2 cards, then 1 card. So it's a countdown. And he's like, ooh, something's a coming here. We do have the judgment card and the star card. Um, I don't know. The star card is Aquarius energy. Do you have a birthday coming up? I wonder if it's a countdown to your birthday. But that's just it's weird that that came through. If it's not, it's because my birthday's coming up next week. I'm like, let me stay out of the reading, right? But I do like this. Um, the judgment card is about you seeing things from a different perspective, from a higher place. And the star card too is also the energy. Oh, 3-6. Okay. Yeah. So in 1 month, 1 day. So I like this. There's this countdown to your birthday coming up, is what I feel here. Of course, that would be Pisces, not Aquarius, but I like this movement energy. Now you have one card before all the 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's see what we got here. Hey, you got the 7 of Cups. There's all this emotional energy here that's coming in. And I feel like the first message that your grandpa's bringing is, yeah, life is full of a lot of different emotions, right? And they feel every emotion that you feel. They know every thought you've ever had and every emotion you've ever felt, all the way back to when you were in the womb, and they also can see everything for your all these future possibilities too. But I feel like the big message that's coming in with this is that, um There is no wrong emotion. You know, if you feel sad, feel it. It's okay. If you feel mad, feel it. You know, he's like, you don't have to act on it. You know, if you're really sad, it doesn't mean you take your life, or if you're really mad, you don't take someone else's life. um, but um, there's no judgment no matter what you do with it all. They're just like, I feel every emotion you have, and none of it's wrong. Allow yourself to feel it, because when you suppress it, you loop it, you keep it going, but if you allow yourself to feel it, it lasts for 90 seconds, and then it can be you didn't suppress it, you didn't push it down, so it's you felt it, and it becomes a part of your experience instead of a rock in a backpack that you're carrying along with you, so I like that. Something about skipping a stone across a lake. He just showed me a vision of that. I don't know how that resonates with you, but they're just like, yeah, you don't put the rocks in your backpack, you skip them across the pond, then they become a part of your emotional sea, but you don't have to carry the weight of it. So I like that. Then the first four cards on the 4-3-2-1, what do we got going on here? Well, yeah. So we've got the Page of Cups, which is the higher vibration emotion, and the 5 of Cups. So, yeah, this very much feels like a transforming emotion as well, knowing that there's lower vibration, higher vibration emotions in every moment, and you get to choose it. Again, there's no right or wrong emotion to choose. There's just different choices of emotions with different experiences and different outcomes, but don't beat yourself up over a tear, over, um, feeling something you feel you're not supposed to. They're like, every emotion that comes up is worthy of your experience, but it doesn't mean you have to keep it as a pet. That's funny. Yeah, we have the 8 of Swords. I mean, the 8 of Wands, sorry. We got the Queen of Swords here too. Um this 8 of Wands is about a lot of messages that are coming in from the other side that they're giving it to you all around you. And so if you're wondering, "Is that you?" Yeah, that's me. And we got the Queen of Swords, which is the balance between the head and the heart, energy too, and I feel like that's what they help, they help balance energies for you. Um, and there's also something about you're like this, "I'm divinely guided, I'm divinely protected," and they're like, "Yeah, you are." I make sure of that you're divinely guided. We're giving you message I'm giving you messages, this is him speaking. I'm giving you messages all over the place, and there's a whole posse of support. So we're giving you tons of messages. Just, sometimes it just you have to quiet your mind, quiet your emotions, quiet yourself, and you can see and hear very quickly, very clearly, and very quickly, as well. I like that. Then the 3 cards, as the countdown is happening here. Yeah, I feel like they're saying if this hasn't happened, this shortly will. That'll come in here. Yeah, he's right with you. He's beside you, watching this with you going, "Look what he said." He's like, "Hey, I'm right here. Hey, I'm right here. Don't make me give you a wet willy," you know? So he hears you, he hears everything. The wonderful thing that is great for us all to hear is that when a loved one leaves their physical body, they're immediately by every loved one in spirit, and they will be next to us the rest of our lives, and they don't have to share themselves with everyone. They can be with each and every one all at the same time as if that's the only place that they're at. That's how powerful we are, because 'cause we're outside of space, outside of time. We can be with everyone as if that's the only place we are. So you have your own personal grandpa energy that's always with you, always. So, they hear everything, like I said, they hear everything, you're thinking, they feel everything you're feeling, everything you have thought and have felt, so they understand you so much more than they ever would have as the human now that they have access to everything. But this thing that's coming up here, I feel like this is what's bringing up some energies because you do have the Tower card, which I know seems scary, but it is the Tower card is about or someone being removed out of our lives on purpose for a purpose to create the space for us to be more true to our authentic self, and to have something or someone come in that's more in alignment to with who we want to be and where we want to go. It removes the obstacles so we can move forward toward that, which is funny because you got the 7 of Wands along with that, which is about being true to your authentic self, standing tall, not dimming your light, shining bright, not defending your decisions. You're on the high ground. And the 3 of Wands is about a change of direction that you take based on new information. So it's interesting that they're saying whatever this is that has been removed or will shortly be removed from your life is to create the space for you to be more authentic to who you are and not trying to do what everyone else has wanted you to do and where you might have suppressed yourself in the past. I feel like this is giving you the strength to stand on your own and to be true and going, no one's going to do it for me. I'm going to do it for me. And when this thing gets removed, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Um, so I like that. So this countdown continues down to the 2. Yeah. You have the courage to step forward to start something new with this Leo strength card energy and the Ace of Pentacles. If you did any kind of release things with this Leo full moon, release ceremonies, or what do they call it? Not ceremony, well, or rituals, ceremony or ritual. Um, about something coming in, there is this space that's coming in, but this gives you the courage to start something new and to take advantage of a new opportunity you wouldn't have before. So all of this has been happening to give you that fire to move forward, to go forward and to move forward, bringing you down to, yep, letting go of the fears. I'm sick and tired of these fears, these fears, these nightmares, this insomnia, the trying to live up to other people's expectations. The 9 of Swords is like, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. The 10 of Swords is, I've had it. Get out, get out. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm getting out of all this cage of trying to live up to everyone else's expectations, and I'm going to, go in the direction that I am wanting to go. So I like that. Even on the bottom of the deck, you've got the Devil card, which is about, letting go of long held thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve anymore. Um, and I like this because it's like the rattling of the cage. And it's funny, your grandpa is saying, yeah, some of that long held beliefs, I passed that down because that's what I learned, and that's what my father learned, and what my grandfather learned, and my great grandfather learned. And, we gave you a lot of stuff, but, you can let that go and be true to your authentic self. You're not going to hurt our feelings. We're outside all those rules now. And so can you. You don't have to wait to come over here to do that. You can do that down here, down there where you're at. I love that. Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here. Okay, this one here. Yeah, I love all these butterflies. They're on the back of the card here. But you got meditate. Choose to meditate on good things because whatever you choose to contemplate on the most is what the universe will give you. So I like that. Don't focus on the fears. Focus on what you do want, what you're wanting to go toward. Then you're drawn towards that. And then your little rebel card here. Let's see what we got here. All right, there we go. We were talking about all the emotions. It's like, listen, you need a good ugly cry. Release all the yuck. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. don't know if it's gonna focus, but I like it. An ugly cry, "Ah, let it out, girl, let it out." So I love this, your grandpa saying, "You just need a good ugly cry. Just release all the yuck." And crying and emotion, release those emotions, allow yourself the emotional release. And drunk. Fun. Right, so that's what they have for you, Leslie. Hopefully that, helps resonate some of your grandpa's energy there. I do love their kinda snarky in a fun way. So thank you again, my friend. Many blessings to you. Thank you again for the donation. Let's see, I think we had some more people come in here. Yep, we got Hidden Little Gem. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Let's get you on the free list here. Okay, very good. It looks good there. And there's Johanna. I got your second question. Great. Yeah, breath of fresh air. Feel it to heal it. There was this when I was back in Christianity decades ago, there was this pastor. One of the things that stuck with me is he said something about emotions. Don't nurse it, don't rehearse it, but but disperse it so God can reverse it. It's like release it so God can reverse it. So I always remember that. So anyway, all right. So that's what we got for you, my dear. Good to see you. All right. So up next we got Deb, and then Jojo, and then Maria P for donations is where we're at. And if I don't have any other donations, then we will start free readings after that. So Deb. Ooh, look, 56, 56. There you go. So let's give that a love and a like there. All right. So your brother and your youngest sister didn't reach out for your birthday. You've done a lot to release any hurt feelings I had, but dot dot dot. This hurts a little. Could you have a peek into their lives? What's up, right? Let's take a look here. Let's do a cheers. We'll find out what's going on. All right. So a peek into their lives. Let's do your brother first. Find out what's going on here. All right. And then your youngest sister. And what's going on underneath the surface here. So this is what's going on with the humans. But of course, there is always that, what double trouble? Was that double? Oh, double numbers. I was like, yeah, double trouble would be accurate. Jody reached out. Oh, well, that's nice. Jody. I haven't talked to her. I mean, I live like probably 2 miles from her. I haven't seen her in forever. I think since last time I saw you. I know. But okay, I was gonna say behind what the humans are doing is what's what's going on under the surface, behind the scenes from the upper level reasons of why things are happening, right? So let's see, why did you want to experience this, right? Who signed for that? Who ordered this? What name is on the order? We'll take a look here. Oh, okay, yes. I'll give you one guess. It's on the bottom of the deck. Yes. Heartbreak. So we've got the expectations equal disappointment energy, right? So when we expect something, we feel heartbroken, right? We feel like someone stabbed us. Um, yeah, you asked for it. Well, it's all right. You want to know, like, why? I don't want to deal with this again. Tell me why. What am I supposed to learn from this? Come on. So I like that, and that's the really the answer to all of our pain and what we're feeling is when we expect something and don't get it, we feel that lack, that emptiness, that pain. When we expect nothing and get nothing, nothing happens. When we expect nothing and get something, abundance, right? And so the more we can go through life of going, you know what? I don't expect anything from anyone and I don't expect anything from myself. I'm not going to focus on trying to like check off stuff and live up to something. I'm going to try to release as much of those as I can. And then I focus on love and joy and fullness and overflowing. And um, instead of creating a rule that other people have to live up to, which they'll disappoint us at some point, obviously, or we create some sort of rule about ourselves that we end up disappointing ourselves or someone else, and chances are we've disappointed other people. Do you know that, last week was my anniversary of when I got that wart removed on my toe, and you didn't even send me a card, Deb. No. Yeah, right? So that expectation was done. Um, so let's see here. Let's see what's going on here. With the just to understand from the perspective of what's going on in their lives. Looks like little brother, there's some sort of significant thing happening here in a significant relationship. There's something going on with this tower, which is the removal, with it being this card with it, there's a removal of someone important out of their life, not you, but this is what they're going through. There's someone, I don't know if they're married. I know for the wart in your toe. I really didn't have a wart on my toe. That was just a facetious, funny "ha ha ha," which I know you know. Um, but I there is something going on in an important relationship. I don't know if he's married or, if there's been a significant loss of an important relationship in their life, so they're really consumed with what's going on with that, just totally with that. Underneath the surface, yeah, we got the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. I don't know, this feels like King Arthur, Guinevere, and a knight. I don't know if there's something I would if I didn't know any better, it's almost like someone met a younger person and there's an ending of a relationship of some sort, but there's a lot of fire energy going on here in their life. So there's something really significant going on. There's a lot of fire, like I said, the lightning bolt and the fire, the night horse and the queen of fire too. So something's going on there, but it very distracted with that. Um, it kind of feels like their life was torn open. So I'm not sure what that's about. That's about what they'll give me on that. For your young baby sis, yeah, there's some sort of sadness going on here too. She's got sorrow that's going on here. And the Ace of Swords is this energy of, I don't know, there's seeking clarity on what's going on with them here. And this might even be like going to therapy kind of energy that I feel here because it feels like um, this Ace of Swords is seeking clarity around this here. Um, clarity around my sorrow. Underneath here, yeah, I feel here that there's like this kind of split between celebrating this, whatever this joyful celebration, joy, and this um, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, sorry, which is about finding their worth and relationships to the outside world in a different way. So, um, there is this I kind of feel like they're going through some deep sorrow energy, and they're trying to find their joy, but they're kind of, split there. A little over a year ago, yeah. So it feels like, she's a bit, focused on I don't know. Well, I mean, this page of pentacles feels like I'm focusing on trying to see my worth in a different way and trying to find like life is worth the living in a way. And this four of wands, like this joyful celebration. When I see that card, I almost feel like I haven't felt like celebrating anything, you know, since she lost her husband. It just feels like everything feels like, you know, emptier and celebration feels too much. Um, so very, very interesting energy. It just feels like, you know, they're going through things. It would be, you know, so yeah, I'm wondering what's going on. You said that he's married and seems to be a change in her for the better. Well, maybe there's a reason why she's so happy. Oh no. The tea, uh-oh. But there's something happening there, but and it could not be, maybe it's not the spouse, but there is a significant, uh, change in some sort of thing. So that's what's going on over there, just so you know that they've got their own kind of stuff that's happening um, and that it wasn't intentional, it wasn't anything that was, "Screw dad, I don't care about your damn birthday." It was I got so much going on that it totally I had meant to do something, but life smacked me around, you know? Um, and then more clearly on what you're learning through all this, right? We've got the 8 of Pentacles, which is transformation, doing the work. And you got 2 sets of 2. So for your little brother, what are you learning here? Yeah, the give and receive and the chariot, the mother energy, the action energy, the power of choice energy, and there's a little bit here of the letting go of the, that out of balance giving and receiving. And it's like, I don't need to keep score. Um, but there's also this energy, like your little child doesn't need to keep score on how much you're giving so you deserve. There's this releasing energy that's coming in here with that. And I feel like, um, this power of choice and this balanced is like, it's not about what I receive from others, right? And we know that. And it's a good that's why this is coming up for you though. This is the work that you're doing is, releasing this belief that no one can hurt me. It's my power to choose. It's the story that I chose. And it's like, okay, let me look into that little child, because like you said, it's the little inner child going, like, I didn't get no one came to my birthday party, whatever it might be, right? Um, and I like this because as you're diving into it, and it happens for a reason for us, right? So it's coming up so that you can be like, okay, so let's get into that. Let's go way back, right? Because it's not just this recent thing that hurt. This is a pain that goes way back into childhood, right? And it's like, when did I feel this before where I felt like people forgot me? And that I didn't matter, right? So it's like, okay, let's dive in here and find out what is happening here, and it's good. It's a good awareness of going, yeah, there's significant things going on in their lives. That's good for my adult mind to know, but now let's deal with the inner child and go back and find out what's happening here. We got Mother Moon Cancer energy, so there's some deep, it's like moon energy, it's way below the surface, right? So this goes way back. Yeah. The other one is, yeah, the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, you got the 9 of cups and the 9 of pentacles. This feeling alone, kinda hermity energy, and what the dream come true would have been here. So the 9's energy does talk about hermiting and to understand it, right? So I do like this. You got 6, 7, 8, 9. So you had the 6 of pentacles, the 7, the chariot card, the 8 of pentacles, and then the 9 of cups and the 9 of pentacles. It's part of your progression. Um, and I know this isn't like devastating where you're like, my birthday was ruined because they didn't do it. You're just um, diving in to understand it. And I like this. So I do feel like as you dive and go back, that you'll find something when you were younger. And it goes back to that, those feelings. Oh, you even have the 9 of wands on the bottom of the deck. In the death and rebirth. Yeah. So definitely this transformation energy that's here, but it goes back to some old feelings of like I'm not important enough energy, and other people matter more than I do. Um, and so it goes beyond birthdays. It just goes into deeper things to that, right? Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, this isn't drama energy at all, right? It's inquisitor energy. It's not the Spanish Inquisition, it's the Deb Inquisition. So I like this for you, and I feel like that's the getting to the root to understand what's below the surface there. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, you get to speak your truth, and I love it that you're able to identify it and speak it as well. Says, never be afraid to speak your truth. Stand strong, shade the ground you walk on, and never back down from your own morals and beliefs. I like that. And it's understanding that expectation of birthdays and different things. It's funny, my host and I, we've had a talk about birthdays because um, birthdays were always a big thing for her growing up, and so it's all about wishing people a happy birthday and telling them, and on the day of, not outside of it, there's like she was like, "There's all these rules that I had that," and she was facing the disappointments this last of her birthdays, and she was working through it and going, "Yeah, where did that come from?" And she realized, the things of why it had been for so long, um and, uh, and it was funny because my mom's a big birthday card sender. My mom sent her a birthday card, and it got here early, and I go, "Do you still want it? Because it's early." And she was like, "Yes, give it here." But it's overcoming our long-held beliefs. We're like, "Where did that come from?" That's what your rebel card says here too. And this is exactly what you're doing something about it, but it's funny, just spirit. Stop whining. Complaining gets old. Do something about it. And that's what you're doing. You're doing something about it. You're not just complaining about it. And that's wonderful, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like our mom's generation, right? But I like that. Before it would just be complaining, right? Years ago, it'd be like, "Oh, why are they doing this?" And da, da, da. Now it's, I'm not whining, I'm not complaining. I am doing something about it. I do my inner work. I ask spirit. I love that. So too funny. Right. So that's what they got for you, Deb. Thank you again for your donation and happy belated birthday. Well, we already wished you happy birthday, but happy birthday again. I celebrate every day. Uh, Maybe that's why I don't get disappointed around birthdays. I don't think I ever did because my family was different. I'll just leave it at that. Um, and What was I gonna go with this? Oh, I celebrate all year long. So no birthday wish is ever late or ever early. It's always right on time. So I love it. I love you too, my friend. Too funny. Oh, yeah, I get that, Tim. Wonderfully said. Let's see here. We'd have Cat Mia came in. Hey, Cat Mia. Hello, hello. And let's grab you for the free reading there. Got you on the list. Boom, boom, boom. And I think that's everyone else. Yep, no one knew. All right. So we'll continue here. Of course, got to take another sip. Cheers, cheers, everybody. Happy birthday to everyone. And may the wart on my toe rest in peace. I just saw it on the bottom of the screen here. All right. So, Jojo, we're up to number 2 for you here. Thank you so much for your additional donation. Boom, boom. And let's take a look here. I think you were down here. There you go. Question number 2. I like that. Have you been a mermaid in a past life? Oh, how fun. All right. So, can you tell us here? Have you been, and what's the story? I do feel like you have been. Um, they're telling me right now, because one of my um, elemental spirit guides, my emotional water elemental spirit guide, she was in Atlantis, but she didn't like living at Atlantis. She liked living on this big barrier reef that was near Atlantis in these hover homes that they had. And she was a marine biologist anyway, what we would call a marine biologist, studying the community of the marine animals and all that. But they were working on their um, DNA and different things, and they had adapted theirs to be mermaid-ish, where they didn't have like, fins, but they had the ability, like gills, to be able to breathe underwater, so they could hold their breath underwater and, interact with the sea community. And I feel that they're bringing that to me because they're saying, yes, you were a mermaid, but it's more that period of time in Atlantis, maybe even among the same community as this elemental spirit guide kind of energy, which happens to be one of my past lives. It's a long story. We won't get into all that now, but so I love that this elemental spirit guide is coming through saying, yes, yes, you were. That might be one of our connections. Bottom of the deck, you do have the Empress energy, the birthing energy, Mother Nature energy. So very much, and that makes sense, this communal type of nature connection energy. Let's see what else we had here. Yeah, we had the Six of Swords, movement across waters from choppy waters to calmer waters. It's interesting. Here's all that water energy, right? It's the first card, even though it's a mental air energy, it's across water. And again, study of water, or things that live in it, marine biologist, right? So I feel like you were amongst this community of, you could call them scientists, but they were really wanting to learn about the sea community that lived in this giant coral reef around Atlantis. And it was not like right on it either. It was enough away where we're like, we're far enough away from the big city. Yeah. And then Queen of Cups, more water energy. The ruler. No, you weren't the ruler of Atlantis. Not in that lifetime anyway. But I definitely feel like you were, and you had a very strong water connection there. So I like it. Let's see what else they wanted you to know here. Yeah, I mean, look at all this swords energy. 10 of swords, the justice card, and the two of swords. Again, all this water energy behind the scenes of all this swords energy. So there is a lot of gleaning and learning a lot that you learned then that you brought into this lifetime. In fact, that you were, they were such a part. You hate seafood, right? I feel like a cannibal. But you had such a strong connection to the community of sea creatures, um, that, and I feel like that's why you have such a strong, again, this mother nature energy that comes in this lifetime among other animals, as well. But definitely it feels like you bring in a lot of knowledge from the I don't feel like it's necessarily the sea as it is from the way of the community that they how they live together. Clownfish and the little sea anemones and all that, um, is what they're bringing to my head, but how they protected one another, and fed one another and took care of one another. You bring a lot of that beautiful nature connection in. Um, and you got the Lovers card and the Judgment card. Yeah, this drawing energy, this emotional choice energy. We got all this emotion energy, and I feel like one of the things that you learned a lot is, and that this is interesting how that's why my water elemental spirit guide, because they roll over our emotions. The reason why they chose to be my elemental spirit guide is to help me with all my emotional energy, from the past. I mean, from this lifetime, because I have a huge amount of I have a Pisces stellium, I have a grand water trine that forms with a small trine, which makes a kite water, um, and then I have some other water presence as well, even though I'm a Aquarius sun and Capricorn rising. I've got all this water, and they are, from that lifetime dealing with all the sea life and everything. There's this emotional current that comes with water too, and I feel like that's what helps you in this lifetime is this draw of emotional choice, energy too. Yep, and the Page of Wands. Just definitely feel like there is this ability here with the Page of Wands for an, like a download or an upgrade in some spiritual empathic energy that you can connect with from that lifetime, uh, that is sitting just below in your subconscious that you can access. There's a lot of emotional knowledge, emotional memories, emotional information, the ability to flow emotional energy like water, is a beautiful thing as well, which makes total sense with singing and acting, how you can put out emotional energy. And um, they're reminding me, there was this a friend of mine. It's actually someone I dated. They're one of their best friends. She sang, and whenever I'd go see something they rented, she would sing. As soon as she'd start singing, I would start crying, and I'm like, "Why do you do that to me?" Just always, always. Um, It was her energy, and I was like, "You put out such real emotional energy when you sing," and I love that, and I feel like that's same for you. Yeah, I like it. Good reminder here. I like this card. I like the artistry. Whoops. It says, "Never do anything out of desperation because in doing so, You may never regain your dignity or your reputation. Don't settle for someone because you're like, oh, is that Georgia Smith? I don't know. I haven't heard of them. Wow. I'm gonna have to write that down. Here, I got my little tablet here. We'll have to check them out. Is that a singer? Sing, sing, sing. All right. And then your other one is bully energy is around you. Don't pressure others to do things you know they don't want to do. Don't give in to being pressured either. Oh, singing. Okay, very good. Yeah, I'll have to check her out. I love that energy. Right. So I love that. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings. Let's see here. I had another one come in here. Okay, very good. Whoops. As I smack the microphone around some more. I'll teach it a lesson. There's that bully energy. I'm bullying the mic. All right. All right. So I did get another PayPal from Maria. Thank you, Maria. So we have two for you. And then I think that is it for donations right now. Oops, I didn't give you your donation. A love and a like. I just jumped to your reading. I do. Grateful for your donations there, Jojo. Here we go. You are very welcome. I'm excited. Yeah, dive into that. Find out more about that. Before I jump into Maria's reading real quick, I was walking. I try to walk every day. And when I was walking, I've had on little experiences with my fire elemental spirit guide, my air elemental spirit guide, my earth elemental spirit guide. And I just kind of felt like like there was something more. I wanted to get to know my water elemental spirit guide a little more. And I asked her, go tell me a story while I'm out walking. Because I don't bring like ear pods or anything. I just listen to nature. And she told me a story about the whales and how their whale song helps balance the emotional energy of the earth. And of course, she said, and then as humans started having more lower vibrational emotions, it was like a lot. And then, of course, humans in their low vibration started killing whales, which didn't help either. And then she went on to tell me that with all the four elementals, like birds, their singing helps transform the emotions of and the mental energy of the planet. And but Earth, and then Earth, of course, wolves howling at the moon. And of course, I'm walking around neighborhoods and hear all these dogs barking at me. And I'm like, oh, and it goes, and the dogs are barking to help transform energy. And and I was like, okay, so and then water is also, other fish and other plants, and of course, trees. All of them help transform our emotional energies of the planet. And I was like, "What about fire?" And as I'm thinking that, I just picture forest fires. When it consumes things, it also helps transform in the consumption of it. So it's really interesting how nature helps us with our emotions and transforming our emotional energy. And I'm like, "Well, what can we do?" And they're like, "What we always are doing, at the beginning of these sessions, right? What we can do all the time is the more we're focusing on higher vibration, we help transform the emotional energies of the planet too. So we can all help the other beings and entities of this planet transform as well. Crickets, they just said, making sounds, all of that. The hummingbird's wings, just flying, the sound helps the vibration. So it's amazing. Just allowed to share that with you guys. They wanted me to share it. So, all right, we'll continue on. Let's take a sip. We'll jump back into readings here. All righty. So, Maria, your first one here. I Thank you for your first donation. Here's your first time stamp. And it's down here in the PayPal. Let me look at there's your screen here. All right, let's see what's going on in the evening edition of the Days of Our Lives, right? Well, I only have evening editions now. All right, so let's take a look here. What are Wally's thoughts and feelings towards you today? Right, very good. Thoughts and feelings. Then after your quick date, after your Tuesday date, what's coming towards you? Both us. Dark side update. What Dr. Laura thinks about your work today. What's coming towards you at work? Jeff talked to me. Oh, his thoughts about you. All right. So Wally's thoughts and feelings. We got the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. So they are focused on love and happiness. That's good flowing energy around feelings. And the Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, is this energy of independence. So there is that. That's a lot of their thoughts here are about, finding their space, finding and getting out of the situation they're in. And that's what we get with that Nine of Pentacles. That's one of their kind of next stages is to find their own space. And I guess I feel like they kind of fluctuate going back and forth here between, you know, going from there to being together and finding your place and doing that and going, well, maybe it's best if I first find my own space and then we can see each other when I'm out of this situation and away from all that. And then we look at a future togetherness, cohabitating kind of energy. So I feel like they're thinking about all of that kind of mindset energy. That was before your quick date. After the quick date, they're like, "This is done. We're done." No, I'm just kidding. You're like, "Ah, Maria, Maria, come back, come back." Um, the death card, it's a rebirth, an ending and a beginning energy. And I feel like they are thinking a lot about, and this makes sense with the Nine of Pentacles too, the ending of and the beginning of, right? The ending of um, the cave with the fire-breathing dragon and finding a new beginning and rising from the ashes of what will come from that. So I feel like that really was on their mind after your quick date. After your Tuesday date, yeah, they were thinking a lot. Really, it's like you gave them a lot to think about on the Tuesday date. It feels like they're really spending a lot of time trying to plan things, trying to figure things out. Um, so it feels like they're really into that planning energy a lot. What's coming towards you guys? You do have the Five of Wands. There's little bit of a firestorm coming, but I don't feel like this is between the both of you. I feel like it's around you. So, and I feel like that's what they're planning for is this firestorm because they know once they um, poke the dragon and don't give the dragon what they want, because of course the dragon will want everything. Here you can take your clothes, but everything else is mine. And they're like, no, that's not the way it works. And I feel like, so they're preparing for this, and I feel like they know that that's what's coming because they know the dragon, and that's why they've been hesitant and taking big actions because it's slowly doing things can kind of keep things calm, but in the end, they will rage out a little bit in there, and that's what he's really preparing for. Dark side, yeah, we've got the devil card energy, which is a lot of the shaking and the rattling going on here, and there is this around. This is like community and family and tribe. And So I feel like there's a lot of this, um, how do you say, obligations for family obligations and stuff that's really going on, and it's feels like the chain, right? It's like, well, we need to do this for our son. We need to do this for your family. We need to do this for my family. There's all this obligation stuff. It's like, I just feel like they feel really chained down by it. But that's, part of why they're wanting to get this independence because then they can do and act the way they want to regarding that family and everything and ex um in-laws, or whatever. So I feel like that's a big piece of what's going on the dark side. What did Dr. Laura think about your work today? Yeah, seeing things from a different perspective. They really see you transforming. It's a positive energy. And so they really feel like they see the growth, they see the transformation, seeing things more clearly in a positive way from you. Um, what's coming towards you at work? Yeah, we got the Six of Pentacles again. We get cards like this, which is about, reward and abundance that comes in. So I feel like this is what if it hasn't happened yet, I'm like, what's going on? Why are they holding off on bonuses and raises and doing those things? But I feel like that is coming your way here. And then Jeff talked to you. What are his thoughts about you? Yeah, expectations equal disappointment, heartbreak. You're not living up and being who they want you to be for them. So there's some disappointment. In that you're not behaving the way they want you to behave, which of course is um, wanting you to be um, a side piece in a way, a choice, a not a choice, but an option. You're not being an option for me. And it's like, yeah, because I don't want to be an option. I want to be a choice with someone, and then someone's already choosing me, buddy. All right, let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here first. That's for number one. This would be for number two already. They're giving you them early. So for this one, yeah, direction. I love this beautiful cards. Compass here says stop. Take a moment. I know, right? I was gonna go break into MC Hammer. Stop. What's it? I forgot all the words. And listen. Anyway, I won't do it. So stop, take a moment, catch your breath. But most of all, don't panic. Look around and try to regain your bearings. Trust yourself. Your life compass will never lead you wrong. In the end, you always find your way. I like that. And then your rebel card here. It can be hard to believe in yourself. Do it anyway. You are more capable than you realize. So I love that. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Right. So that's for that one. And then for number two, we got 138, 27. Oops. There we go. So there's both your timestamps. Let's remove you up here. Thank you, JoJo, for your additional donation. We'll add you on here. You'll be right up after Maria's second one here. All righty. So let's go down to your questions here. Thank you for your additional donation. So he said you did something different with your hair. I know, I shaved it. No. But a bunch. Okay, so he said you did something different with your hair. It looks lighter. Did he like your hair? Right. And his thoughts. Does he love you? Thank you. And still in love. On Tuesday, I got very depressed and drank. Uh-oh. All right. So you did give him something to think about, huh? Blah, 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 blah. What's coming for you guys next week? And when you said something about Valentine's, what was his thoughts? All right. So let's take a look here. First of all, did he like your hair? Yep, 4 of Pentacles. Solid foundation. I feel like each one of those is there's 4 different types of hairstyles and colors you've had, and he likes them all. Um, and then his thoughts on it, he has the 8 of Swords. He's really let go of a lot of his thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around hair and styles and everything, and it's because and what I mean by that is he used to have some, "Oh, you know, what attracts me is people with this color hair, with this kind of cut of hair and blah, blah, blah," but he's like, "You've introduced me to so many different hairstyles and hair colors over this period of time," and I love it that he's let go of his, preferences, and he really enjoys the different changes that you've made, so I like that. Does he love you and still in love? Um, yeah, I mean, we got the 7 of Cups. There's a lot of different emotions that are here, a bundle of different emotions. So love is amongst those as well. And still in love. We got the 8 of Wands. It's interesting because the 8 of Wands is like passion. And when we talk about in love, with humans, we're attracted to each individual. We don't fall in love. We fall in infatuation. We fall into passion. We fall into this. Love is a choice. Love is an energy that we continue on. There's an old song that love's not a feeling you can lose or throw away. Love is a feeling and a choice you make every day. And this 8 of Wands, though, shows I'm still highly attracted to you. I'm passionately, um, I desire you. And then there's love and all those emotions with the 7 of Cups. I got so many different emotions for you. Love being one of them, but there's also, um, I love our conversations. I love our walks. I love, this. I love that. I love this. So there is a lot of both of those there, and, so I like that. On Tuesday, you got very depressed and you drank his thoughts. Yeah, we got the strength card energy, this courage, um, and I feel like with that, the drinking gives you courage to say things that you don't normally say or you say in different ways, and I feel like with the 4 of Swords, they gave you, they understand and they like, give you a lot of grace when you drink because you do say things that you're afraid to say, um, when you're sober, and and you don't remember how you said things, and sometimes you don't remember things you said, and he gives you a lot of grace with that 4 of Swords, and that is this it was funny too, his thoughts on it here was, um that 4 of Swords is like the resting and the cocooning away from everyone. They're like, "Yeah, maybe, it's good for us to spend alone time." I like it when we're cocooned away from everything. And he also understands here because so many times you were that cocoon when he's going through a lot of stuff, right? You were that cocoon that helped him kind of escape and get away from the world so you could be just with you, right? So, I like that. Good energy. What's coming for you guys next week? Yeah, you got the 5 of not the 5 of cups, the 5 of, pentacles and the 5 of wands. So there's a lot of conflict energy that comes in here next week. So be aware that the energy is there for it. We are entering we're getting closer and closer to the eclipses, so things are getting a bit rattly out there. So just know that there is some, you know, energy that's existing out there. And some of this has to do with his fears of being abandoned, being left behind, the fears of lack, and the 5 of wands is an energy that's that fire energy we got in the last one, that there's this firestorm around it. So just know that this is a great opportunity to learn about not reacting to what someone is saying or not saying, doing or not doing, and be curious to understand what's going on with them instead of taking it personally like, oh, this is what's going on. So this is like we've been talking about learning how to communicate more. This is going to be a great opportunity this week to really talk through things and not react through things. There will be some reaction. You can't help it, but it's about recognizing it and breathing as soon as you recognize that you're in fight or flight mode and you're starting to head in a direction of on guard. And this can be both of you experiencing stuff in the outside world that is making it easier for you guys to trigger at each other too. I don't feel like it's initiated by things going on between the two of you. I feel like you're both kind of just dealing with stuff in the outside world. I feel him with work. I feel you with an ex, maybe ex-husband, ex ex father of child. It's kind of feels like there's this that puts you guys in this energy, and then you kind of take it out on each other a little bit. So beware of that. And then what did you say about Valentine's Day? Yeah, world of possibilities. So this is a positive energy, the full card. It's no expectations. Um, and just allowing again, it's that if we expect a long list of things that this is what you should do, and then if they don't do it, if they just don't do one thing, everything else they did is just nothing. Right? I have to use my hands. Hold on. I have to explain. Um, because if you have all these expectations for Valentine's Day and he does all of this and doesn't do this last one thing, there's disappointment. All of this is negative, right? When you have no expectations, I know it's hard, but no expectations, everything they do is above and beyond abundance. And it's like, wow, instead of, oh, kind of energy. All right. Your fortune cookie is improvement, butterfly energy. Says in life, there is always room for improvement and growth, right? Today, take a moment to see what you can be doing better, right? Communication is a big one. That's what they always keep bringing up. And then your rebel card is time to step up. It says, be a leader and a helper. Don't blindly follow. So I like those for you. So that's what they have for you, Maria. Thank you again for your dual donations. I think that is everyone here. Let me see here. It just updated. Nope. Okay. All righty. So let's take a look here. We have Just Alice in the house. Hey, Just Alice. Thank you for your donation. You'll be up here after JoJo. We'll put you up there. We got Helga. Hey, Helga. Good to see you. Yeah, you can ask a question. Pop it out there, and I'll add you to the list. All right. Let's take another sip here, and we'll dive more into the donations. Haven't completed any free readings yet. We've got a couple more donations. Where are we at? Yeah, we're still at 1 hour, 48 minutes. All right. Move this over here. All right. So there we go. So Jojo, you're at 148.53 for number 3. Thank you so much for the multiple donations. And this one will give a love and a like right away. Third time's a charm. So we want to know, why was your energy so hard to rein in today? It felt louder somehow. Maybe you just noticed more. Yeah, we'll take a look here and see what we have going on here. So the moon went into Libra. Tomorrow, I believe it's Mercury goes into Pisces, I believe. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Libra moon, right? But you might be already feeling that Pisces energy of Mercury too, I believe. So we got here. The first card that made itself known is the, Knight of Wands. So there is a lot of flood of movement of energy around you here. And so it did feel like you had a surge that came out of nowhere, right? Your own Mercury boys in Cancer. That's too funny. Um, so, we definitely got this energy that was flying in. You also have here there's some energy going on around you with this Five of Wands. It's like some drama energy that you were picking up on. The Eight of Swords is letting go of a lot of mindsets, a lot of thinking energy, but I feel like there was a lot happening here. It just feels like a firestorm, like you're in the middle of this firestorm. It's not you, like you're not involved in the drama, but there's drama around you, and you've got this. Um, you're feeling the surge of all this energy around you going on, and you're like, "Whoa, okay." Whew, right? So what else we got here? You got temperance. So I like this patience and temperance. It's part of your growth energy that's coming here too. You got the Hierophant and the Ace of Cups. So the major arcana number 5. You're learning a lot about self-love coming in here too. So there is this um realization here, and I feel like there's a lot of this. I'm I'm not, you know, I see a lot of um poop around me, but I'm not gonna pick it up because it's not mine to pick up, It's funny because that reminded me, when I'm out walking, I get all sorts of funny messages, like, I walk by this apartment complex, and I'm on the sidewalk, and either side there's grass, and there's just doggy doo-doo everywhere. Obviously, people are not picking up after their dogs. And of course, I have this, the media thing is like, people should do this because that's what the rules are of all the apartments I lived in before. We used to get notes all the time. You guys got to pick up after this, or we're going to impose a fee for anyone that has dogs because we're going to have to hire someone to pick up this, blah, 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 blah. And I saw it all and I'm like, it's not mine to pick up. And then there's some on the sidewalk itself. And I'm like, it's not mine to deal with. It's not mine to pick up. And it's an energy of like, this is all the stuff that's going on is not yours to pick up. It's not yours to deal with. So I like this transformation of um it's not mine to pick up. It's not my place to say this. Yeah, just don't step in it. Yeah, yeah, and that's what if I'm busy looking at everything else, what everything needs to be done, I would step in it because I wasn't watching my path. I wasn't staying in my lane. I was looking in everyone's else's, right? But, but I like this, and it's, Jefferson Fisher, he's the guy I talk about with The Next Conversation book. One of his videos, he talked about, something that helps is in a moment, when we feel like there's something that needs to be said, we can ask ourselves, does it need to be said? First of all, does it need to be said? And it's like, well, someone needs to say something. Does it need to be said right now? Well, yeah, I think it does need to be said right now. Does it need to be said by me? Nope. So there's like this realization of, you know what? I'm minding my own lane a lot, going, these things I can't do anything about. And I just don't feel like it's not the time or my place to say this right now. So I don't need to be the one to say it. It's like, well, someone needs to tell them if they keep acting that way that someone's going to smack them. They'll learn when someone smacks them. That's not my place. They'll learn the hard way, So interesting, right? Let's see what else they have here. What all this energy is going on here. Yeah, and I feel like you know, we've got the Lover's card energy, the Empress card energy, the Nine of Pentacles energy too, which Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, this energy is about being to yourself, and this Lover's energy, this I feel like you're, being drawn. I'm trying to think of the word. What is this kind of energy? Because it's like you're really becoming focused on relationships, right? And it's taken a lot of your energy, and I feel like whatever there must be something happening in your astrology specifically with Venus and with the moon energy, the combination of things. It just feels like things are aligning and aspecting a certain way where you just feel like, "Oh my god," this is, like, where I feel like a lot of this Knight of Wands energy came from, is just like, "Why is this why is this so much, why is it demanding so much of my attention?" Is how a good way to say it. And I just feel like that's kind of like this energy, and that's why it feels like, "Why is it hard for me to rein this in?" Well, because my it's like my Moon and Venus energy just got boosted, and it's like, if you're riding a horse, the shummies riding a horse and a bee stings their butt. It's like, "Whoa, hold on for your life." What else do we have here? Yeah, but you have the Aries energy of the Emperor, the World card underneath. So this is, you're ending cycles and you're reaching an end point. And so there is this transformational type of energy that's happening. It's almost like the last sprint to the finish line kind of energy that's coming in. Something you're getting ready to release, something that just needed that extra energy to kind of flow in and make that um I want to say make that statement, make that clarity come in. Yeah. So hopefully that resonates or makes sense there. See what your fortune cookie brings in too. What's this energy? Yeah. Oh, yep. Support. We all need support every now and then, but be careful not to always be the one supporting everyone else and never being supported, right? Dun dun dun. And then let's see what your rebel card says here too. Yeah. Well, that Mother Nature, Mother Nurture work, right? It's like self-development isn't for the weak. If you're uncomfortable or triggered, it means you're doing it right. Becoming a better human is always worth it. So this is part of your journey and part of your adventure, obviously, with all that. So that's funny. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. You're like, okay, that makes sense. Now we know. All right. So many blessings to you. Hey, Moonlight. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. I see your donation. We'll get you on the list up here. You're very welcome. We got a Teshi Singh. Hello, hello. I see your free reading request. Let's get you on the list here. Got Andrea, 54 Hector. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Got your free reading request here. And then Helga, I see your question. We'll get you on the list here. If you do fall asleep, I do post a pinned comment after each session that lists everyone's name that I completed with timestamps. So if you fall asleep, we'll miss you, but you can always come back and find the stream, find the pinned comment, and then just click on the little timestamp. Takes you right to your reading. So I like that. And then we got Happy Pill. Hey, Happy Pill. Got you there on the list as well. I think that's everyone that I had missed there or that came in since last time. You survived the full moon, Moonlight. All right, very good. Anything sassy? We will look into that, absolutely. So cheers, everybody. We'll continue here. I just got, like, I think 2 more, donations so far. But regardless, here, I'm reaching 2 hours right now. At 2.5 hours, if I haven't started free readings, I will, finish up whatever I'm on if I'm on another donation, and then I will start some free readings there as well. Alrighty. So, click, 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 click. All right. So just Alice, you are up. Look, 20020. Get all those twos and zeros. So thank you for your donation and the wink sticker. Good to see you. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. So you want to know, what are Victor's intentions towards you? Does he want something more short term or long term? Confused by his actions and not really sure where you stand. Yeah, I get you. Let's take a look here. All right. So, what are Victor's intentions towards you based on current energies? Those are the intentions. And are we looking at short term or long term? And where do you stand? What clarity can we get here? I feel like we want these here and this one here. All right. What do we got going on here? All right. I see. I see. I see. Bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Pentacles, which of course is a patience card. It's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit. So it is a slow roll, slow motion energy. And whenever we get a card like that in a relationship, it's giving us time to look at our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, our emotions, our energy, the things in our physical world that don't serve us anymore. And it gives us time to kind of chunk things out of the ship that are slowing us down. And that helps raise our vibration, or like in a hot air balloon. Maybe it'll be one of those big airships, right? We're dumping stuff that are keeping us low to the ground and keeping us from moving forward and moving our love to higher levels. And that's what's kinda happening here. It's giving you both the opportunity to do that, but it also means that, Victor is not in a rush to get anywhere anytime fast. They like taking it slow. They wanna make sure that they're making a good decision, that they're not rushing into anything. I feel like they used to rush into stuff in the past, and they learned the hard way. Those red flashes aren't carnival lights. They are red flags. So it's important to take your time. So if you have a red flag or a yellow flag or whatever, you work through those instead of having 150 of them to work on all at the same time when they all catch up to you because you went flying into something too fast, right? So there is a little bit of slowness energy that comes in here. So what are his intentions towards you? Let's see. A lot of thinking energy. Well, here's the heartbreak. They want to avoid heartbreak. And so this is that why they're taking it slow. Yeah, they're working on letting go of a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve them anymore. So trying to let go of a lot of expectations, trying to get out of the old rut, don't want to keep doing the things they always have done. And the Two of Swords is a battle between their head and their heart. And it makes sense here that you feel a bit confused about what their intentions are because they don't. Or they're sending out two mix, like maybe more mixed signals, right? Because you're not sure where you stand. You're confused by his actions because it's mixed signals. When he acts from his heart, it's this. When he acts from his mind, it's this. So his heart moves forward and then his mind pulls back, and you're like, I'm getting whiplash. Like suddenly you're close with your heart, but then it's like the heart is on one of those little child harnesses. The brain has the leash and it goes, no, that's enough. Get back here. and suddenly the heart goes it gets pulled back. So, I feel like that's kind of where they're at, and their intentions are different from their heart, from their mind. Their mind is slow, "No, go slow, don't rush, don't rush." And the heart is like, "Yes," and it's like, "No, get back here." Like, it leaps in the air, and before it even it while it's midair, the mind pulls it back and goes, "You can't go out there." So let's see what here. Does he want something short term or long term with you right now? Yeah, trying to figure it out. Kind of, well, well, again, the 2 of swords, the 2 of pentacles, the choice energy. I don't know. I don't know what I want. I don't know. So that's why you don't know because they don't know. Where do you really stand with them? We got 2 cards, 1 card. Yeah, we've got the hermit energy. I wanna be by myself, and the sun energy. I wanna shine bright and be out and forward. So again, 2 polar opposite kind of energies. The sun card is Leo, "Look at me, everybody. I'm here." And the other one's, "Bye." So it is that, almost like a it split personality, but it's we all have a split personality when it comes to how our mind wants something and how our heart wants something. So it is 2 different entities bringing things in here. Yeah, we have the 3 of wands, which is wanting to go a different direction, run, run, run. And the justice card, I don't know, I wanna balance and figure things out. So again, it's like the mind wants to, make a break for it because it's unsure, it's scared, it doesn't want, this anymore. It doesn't want to feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted by expectations, which is a lot of what their thinking is that even before they met you, they had this long list of things that they think, someone would expect of them and that they have to live up to, because that's what they were taught growing up, even before they met you, and then they met you, and they feel like you have expectations on them, and they feel like, "I'm not gonna be able to live up to those," and that's that why the mind wants to go slow because it's like, "I don't know, this is a minefield. I don't wanna rush in here, we're gonna blow up." And the heart's like, "Let's go," but the mind, you can kind of feel the push and the pull inside of them, and that's what you're feeling. Um, yeah, the 7 of Wands, there is this energy here. What's really keeping them from, um, like, rushing in is that 7 of Wands, kind of the Leo energy of the sun even too, which is, I don't want expectations. I don't wanna be a caged lion. I wanna go on adventures with you without expectations because expectations suck the life out of a relationship, which is true. Because when we have all this we feel we have to live up to, we're in the negative from day 1. We're just trying to get up to 0. When we have no expectations, whatever we give is above and beyond extra. It's abundance instead of lack energy. So, I feel like that's kinda where they're at right now. It doesn't feel like they know. Their heart definitely wants to leap forward, but their mind is like, "No." Um, that can't be right now. We need to go slow. Again, think of it as like their mind feels like it's a minefield that's gonna we're gonna if we rush, we're gonna blow up. So we gotta take it slow and we gotta see what unfolds here. I gotta make sure this isn't a trap. There isn't a cage waiting for me. And the more we just focus on gratitude for what they are giving, the more they feel comfortable and the more they'll open up. But if we're like, they're not doing what I want them to do, and we start having expectations, it's like we're trying to cage them to make them be and act the way we want them to be. Like in a circus, we have a chair and a whip, and we're like, come on, be who I want you to be. Whoosh, whoosh. We'll punish you, and if you don't do what I want you to do, and I'll reward you when you do what I want you to do. It's like he doesn't want to be manipulated. He doesn't want to be drawn into a cage. Right. Your fortune cookie, yeah, delay. We know here's that delay energy. A delay is never a denial. sometimes it's just not the right time. So I like that. It's not saying this is a denial. It's just let's take our time. I want to make sure that this is the best thing for you and for me, you know. And then your other one is check your biases and your prejudices or expectations, right? It says respect others' cultures, abilities, and ways of living. Not everyone is like you. Yeah, not everyone has the same expectations, the same way, or the same desire to move at the same speed. So it's kind of like honor where they're coming from. And then that allows, you know, you to be you, allows them to be them, and then you just move forward with gratitude instead of focusing on what's not happening, right? Because when we focus on what's not happening, what do we get more of? Not happening. Like attracts like. Yay. All right. So that's what they have for you, just Alice. So many blessings to you. Cheers, everybody. Let me switch my tea over here. My coffee's getting low. Got to heat up the tea now. All right. So, Moonlight, you're up, my dear. Hello, hello. You survived the full moon. Woo woo. Very good. Thank you for your donation and your coolness. So, glad you made it through. Anything sassy coming for you this weekend and the start of next week? All right, let's take a look here. Anything sassy coming for you this weekend? All right. Whoa. Got that. And then what about the start of next week? And these under there. All right. Well, the bottom of the deck, you have the Three of Swords, which tells us expectations equal disappointment. So it's a good energy to know going in. You know, it's going to be unexpected things, and the things that happen don't live up to your expectations. So it's best to go in just riding the waves. So that's a good just to know up front. Sassy for this weekend, you do have the Six of Wands. There is a little bit of mutual attraction energy here that's coming in, energetic and physical attraction. So there's a little bit of a, oh, hello, picking up that. Let's see what we can know about that. It's a victory energy, but it's an equal attraction energy too. All right. Well, you got the King of Pentacles, which is, earth energy, uh, a very grounded, maybe even abundant individual is who this is. Yeah, it is someone I feel here. This is like it's an unexpected person because it's someone who's gone through cocooning or they're in their cocoon right now. They're in transformation, but you don't have any expectations right now. Good. Um, and but this feels like again, it's someone you have to see from a different perspective. Um, like put your glasses on so you can see them and like, I can't tell. What do they look like? Put on your glasses. Oh wow, look at them. I'm just kidding. That would be me because I'm without contacts or glasses on. I can see probably a good 6 feet in front of me. After that, I'm starting to go, is that a ghost? But I like this because it is feels transformative and different and a balanced energy too with the Two of Pentacles. And I feel like, here again with these two, I feel like whoever this person is, again, it's, you know, I feel like it's someone you already know, not anybody you've been romantically interested in before, though. It's not anything like that. I feel like it's somebody you've known, but they've gone through a transformation and you haven't really communicated with them for a while. And maybe they've gone away and they've come back or something too. But I feel like whoever it is you bump into, you're just like, oh my God, you're so different. And they're like, "You too? What happened to you?" And you're like, "What happened to you?" Because I feel like it's been, like, maybe over a year since you have like, it's that period of time, like, over a year. So you haven't seen them, in a while, and they haven't seen you in a while, and you both are coming from 2 different experiences now, and before there wouldn't have been like this, psh, but now you've both gone through this transformation, and it's like, "Whoa, wow, I didn't realize you were so cool." They're like, "I wasn't. I was a jerk, but now I've blossomed." But it's someone that hasn't been around for a while, like maybe they left and they've come back and moved back, something like that. So interesting. I know, right? Not fresh blood, but, they've had a blood transfusion. Not literally, Alright. And then what about the start of next week? You've got, yeah, we start off with a little bit of opportunity to transform some emotion from lower to higher vibration. Yeah, and the 9 of swords. So, definitely there's an opportunity, at the beginning of the week to, change some energy here from lower to higher, but it feels like the beginning of the week starts off a bit low. Let's see what's going on here below the surface. What's happening here? Okay. Yeah, it feels like something with the Seven of Pentacles, something that's been unfolding for a while. It feels like the fruit is taking forever to grow from it. Um, but I feel like it out of nowhere it speeds up here with the Knight of Wands, and this is like the pursuit of looking at our energy because the Ten of Wands can feel like a burden or it can feel like abundance, and we're on the quest here with the Knight of Wands to step into our power to decide what this is, right? And and that's what this slow period of time has been teaching us is that I'm the one that controls my experience of what's happening. And the more I focus in on what's not happening, then I get, more of this lovely energy, um, lower vibrational energy. But when I start focusing back on gratitude and what I do have in my life, then it just switches it up. And I like that you have a great opportunity to put this knowledge, because you know this already, into practice at the beginning of the week going, okay, normally in the past, over a year ago, uh, I would have, you know, looked at this and went, oh, pff, crap, but now you're able to go, you know what? I'm not going to look at it that way. I'm going to look at it this way. And it changes the energy. So I like it. Um, I like it. Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here. Yeah. Baggage. Look at that beautiful luggage, though. Baggage. Resist being weighed down by the guilt and shame of the past. The past is exactly what it is, the past. So unpack and begin your healing. Start life anew and stop dragging the old into the new. It sounds like your mood. And then let's see what your rebel card says here. Yeah. Watch your mouth. That's funny. Be careful what you put into your body. Honor yourself. So it's not watch your mouth, what you're speaking, it's about what you're eating. Whoa. La 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 la. All right. So that's what they have for you, Moonlight. Not going there. We're gonna move on. So thank you again for your donation. I'm so glad you survived your full moon. And I like that. All right. No, I have not, Breath of Fresh Air. I've only completed, I just finished up donations just in this moment. So that was the last of my donations. I'll start on the free readings, just so everyone knows the free readings. The order is Swaroop Bobby and then MM, Benita, user PC, um, Augur, maybe, and then Breath of Fresh Air. and then Guide, and then Faith and Love, and then Alexis, and then Touch of Love, Livier Vergara, Maria P, Hidden Little Gem, Cat Mia, Happy Pill, Helga, Andre 54 Hector, and Ateshi Singh. If I missed anyone and you're here right now, please do speak up and go, "Hey, blind old man, you miss me." I won't be offended. uh, so please let me know if I did. You watch what you eat. All right. So for the free readings are generally 1 to 2 cards. You will still get a Rebel deck card. I'm giving one of those away for everyone. We should probably, well, there's quite a bit of cards left. This is a huge deck. I'm so glad I got this one. It's a hilarious little deck. All right. So let me take a sip. Rest of my coffee here. All right. And we will jump in. And thank you guys again so much for all the thumbs up. Does help spread the Zen love, and you are part of the love tsunami. It's a way to show my channel or me some love, and it's absolutely free to do, which is the best price ever. So thank you guys so much for doing that. It does help my channel get in front of more people because of the algorithms and all that fun stuff. So thank you guys so much. All right. Hey, Marissa, good to see you. Got you on the list here as well. All right, let's dive in, everybody. So Swaroop Bobby, you are up to 21, 27. Here is your timestamp. And next week's reading, please. What's coming towards you? All right. Boom, boom. All right. Well, I like this. You got the 9 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles represents, it's like a new opportunity that comes in. But it's also a card of like abundant energy. And the 9 of Pentacles is kind of like a physical dream come true or an abundance dream, because there is a bit of independence, even financial independent energy, to where it feels like this fullness of the physical world, both of them being Pentacles energy that comes in here. So I feel like there is an opportunity that's being brought before you this next week. Don't feel like, "Oh, I have to take it," um, because the 9 of Pentacles is like you don't need other people to help you. But if you so know that you can do it on your own, whatever this is. But if someone offers, you can accept it, but it's not mandatory. So if you feel like, "Nah," don't feel like you're pressured into having to accept help from someone else. You can do this thing on your own, whatever it is that's coming up. But, um, if you're like, "Yeah, I wanna do it," then, you have the 10 of Cups just came out. Joy and celebration, it's like, yeah, it can be a good partnership, as well, but you don't have to do it. You'll be fine on your own. So if you'd rather do something on your own than do it, um, yeah. And then your fortune cookie is yeah, I like it. "Good job getting out of bed today. Yay, you." Fist bump. Celebrate. And I like that 10 of Cups. Joy. Focus on the gratitude too. All of this abundance energy, the more you're grateful for what you do have, the easier and bigger things will come to you as well. So I like that for you, Swaroop. Hopefully that resonates. Many blessings to you. All right. MM, you are up to 2357 is yours. And is DJ the physician currently dating someone? All right, let's take a look here. So tell us, are they currently dating someone? I don't feel like they are. No, the 9 of Cups is I'm looking for a dream come true. The Ace of Pentacles is I'm looking for a new opportunity. So I feel like they're more they're not dating a specific person, but they are looking through the cups, trying to find who they feel is a dream come true. So I feel like they're dating, but not dating exclusively someone. So I feel like they're just kind of, they're not like they're playing the field, but they're looking for a particular connection with someone. They're not looking for a particular type of person. They're looking for a specific connection where they feel this of their heart and they haven't found it yet. And so I feel like they're, you know, going through the dating, you know, friend wants to set them up with a date with someone. Oh, you guys be great together. And I'm like, you don't know me very well. But I feel like they're going through that. And you've got your fortune cookies. Don't suffer from FOMO. You aren't really missing out. Focus on living your best life. FOMO is, yeah, the fear of missing out. I was like, what does that stand for? It's, well, what if I'm missing out in that? And you're like, they're saying, don't worry, you're not missing out. Boom. So there you go, MM. That's what they have for you. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. Thank you, Moonlight. I'll grab your free reading. We'll put you on the list here. Whoops. There we go. All right. Bonita, you are up 22613. See what we got here. Hello. May I know what's coming up for you in your career? All right. Based on current energies, let's see what's headed your way here. What does Spirit want you to know? There we go. What else? All right. Yeah, it feels here with your career, you've got a little bit of stepping away time because the hermit is, of course, stepping away, connect with spirit. You've got the Four of Cups too, which this is the career that you're in, which is stagnant, which feels unfulfilling. And there's this following your heart energy. Did we get something like this before? Because I feel like there's this your career when we're trying to do a career that we think we're supposed to or that we fell into or coerced into, and we're living someone else's dream, we're not living, we're existing in this Four of Cups energy. You see how bored they are with these other, they don't see this coming yet. They're just bored with what they've been going through and been experiencing. And you're ready for something new, ready for something different, something that's more in alignment with your heart than your head. And so I feel like there's this feeling of feeling drawn away, like you want to just step away. And it's encouraged to do that so you could see things clearly, get everyone else out of your head and really focus in on where's your heart leading you? If there was no, if money and education and blah, 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 none of that mattered, what would you want to do with your life? What would be your joy? And I feel like that's like this change of career energy. Your fortune cookie is don't do dumb stuff. But if you do, don't post it on social media. Those things can follow you. I like this that it's don't do things that, you know, your mind's just telling you to do. That's dumb, right? That's what we're taught to do, though. And it's following our heart is what our mind says is dumb to do. Oh, you won't make money from that. You won't be able to succeed at that, blah, 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 because it wants you to follow them and do out of fear what we are supposed to do. We don't want to let people down. It's about, returning to the heart. So hopefully that helps, Benita. That's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. All right. We got user PC. You are up. So user PC. Here's your timestamp. And you want a general reading. Let's see here. What does Spirit have here for you? All right. We got that. Yeah, there's a little bit of period of time here with the Knight of Pentacles, some slow motion energy going on. Yay! We always love that, right? And then, of course, the 5 of Pentacles is the reason why things are going slow, not the 5 of Pentacles isn't making things go slow. Time is going slow to give you time to reflect on the 5 of Pentacles energy, which is the fear of lack energy, right? The fear of being abandoned, being left behind, not having enough, not being enough. And this goes back, of course, to childhood energy, 7 years old and younger, looking at where we were taught to value ourselves. And there's this kind of recalibration, this realization of um, how much we felt we had to invest to receive. It's like the 6 of Pentacles energy is where you're moving into, which is understanding that rate of exchange that we had growing up. Again, how much I have to give in order to receive, how much I have to give of love to receive, like 1,000 love coins I have to give to get one love coin of love. Uh, I have to give 1,000 coins of abundance to get one coin of abundance back. Unfair. We don't realize that as children. We just think, oh, that must be the way it is. And it just sinks down into our subconscious. And then it runs our life, this over giving where you feel you have to give so much to get so little back. It's time for a revamp and a revisit of that. We take that subconscious belief and bring it to our consciousness. Then we can explain it to our little inner child who maintains that balance, going, no, 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 we haven't given 1,000 love coins yet. You don't deserve love yet. They're the ones that control the city gates of our life, that they'll open it up to allow stuff in. Once we reach the 1,000, then they close the gates again and start back at zero. That's why sometimes things come in and then it's a long time before things come in again, because that little inner child is a great accountant. They've got that little visor on and the little, you know, pocket protector with pens and their pencil keeping track, the chalk on the chalkboard. So there's some timing here. Things are going slow to give you that ability to take a look at that stuff to free yourself from it. And in your fortune cookie says you need an affirmation. I like it. Say aloud, I trust myself, and repeat it 1,000,000 times. That's all. All right. So that's what they have for you, user PC. Many blessings to you. All right. And then I think that's Agar Sharma. I'm probably totally murdering your name, and I'm so sorry. I have my apologies. Thank you for your patience. There's your name and timestamp. I probably totally didn't say that right. You want to know why Safal or Safal wants to connect with you? All right, let's take a look here. Based on their current energies, what's that intention? Why do they want to connect with you here? All right. Well, it looks like they want to bury something. Like, I feel like they want to talk something out, to leave something behind. The tower is about, removal of something out of our life. And the 8 of Cups is about walking away from a relationship or emotions that don't serve anymore. So I feel like there is maybe something. I don't know if you guys had a disagreement of some sort or something that they want to kind of clear the air in a way. They want to just be able to remove an obstacle out from between the two of you because they want to be able to go forward. I don't feel like with you, but go forward in life with this thing worked out, because I feel like there's a bit of energy of um, I don't know, like they don't like being at odds with anyone, and it really bothers them, and they just want to make sure everything is can be worked out a little bit between the two of you guys to where they can feel like, okay, I've done what I at least I've tried to smooth things over between us, kind of energy. If all that resonates there for you, but that's what I feel is coming in with those cards there. Yeah, and I like this. It gives you the opportunity to speak up, express your wants and needs now. So now's an opportunity when they reach out to you. If there is something that you want to say, now's the time to say it. So I like that. Right. Hopefully that brings some clarity. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And then breath of fresh air. You are up. Look at 23434. Whoops. If I do it right. There we go. There you are. And you have a new soulmate coming in. All right. Let's take a look here based on your current energies. Do you have someone new headed your way? All right. You do. You have 2 coming your way. 1 being the King of Wands. That'll be number 1. Bachelor number 1. It's like, if you ever watched the dating game, bachelor or bachelorette, right? Number 1. Blah, 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 blah. I have questions for you. Bachelor number 2. Well, there's gonna be 2 with this 2 of swords because 'cause you're gonna have to make a decision here. One's gonna be, um, like someone that the how do they say it? The usual suspect. One's gonna be like, "Alright, this is the one I usually would go for, but I'm tired of doing what I always did and getting what I've always gotten. I'm kinda done. I wanna try something new," right? And this King of Wands, unless it was a fire sign you normally went for, you got the King of Wands. Definitely this, um, passionate person, but the King of Wands is not like a Knight of Wands or a prince where they can't keep their passion in their pants. That's funny. That's from your spirit guides. This is someone who can control their passions and knows, but they can flood that emotion, I mean, that passion when they're ready. But it is someone who, has very much is their own person. It's like the Sun card or the 7 of Wands where they don't ask permission to shine, they don't dim their light, they don't feel like they have to defend what they wanna do in their actions and different things either. I feel like they're, in this energy of being true to themselves, and they're beautiful, with the King of Wands. That fire energy, they're usually their energies draws people and like, Edward Cullen, the vampire, that they're designed just to draw people to them. They're beautiful. But they've learned that, yeah, I mean, you can have all this passion with a lot of people, but it doesn't fulfill you. This is why the King of Wands knows the proper time to exhibit passion and to move forward with that. So I like that energy, very attractive, energetically attractive to you. I feel like it feels more Sagittarius energy, someone who loves to travel, learn about foreign things, that kind of thing too. So I feel like that's kind of the energy around this individual. That's option 2, the different choice than normal. So I like that for you. Let's see what your fortune cookie says too. Yeah, I like it. Fear equals feedback. It says there's a fear that keeps you safe and fear that holds you back. Learn the difference. Yeah, right? I like that. I don't know. That fire, it's going to burn me. It's like, don't let it hold you back. Of course, see the things that really would hurt you, but that fire's not going to burn you. You're fireproof. All right. So that's what they have for you, breath of fresh air. You're ready for a breath of fresh air. All right. Many blessings. Right, let me get these other ones set up a little more here. Gonna put my little dashes here. Just makes it go faster. Okay, that's enough. All right, so guide, you are up 23841. And you would like a general reading. All right, let's see what we got here. You're welcome, breath of fresh air. All right. All right. Wow, wow, wow. So, yeah, you've got a little bit of fun mental adventure going on here, which I love this for you because both the 5 and the 7 of swords is about conflict energy, right? And, there is this awareness especially with the 7 of swords, which is that feeling of betrayal, that feeling of let down, and the beliefs that we have around that. And the 5 of swords is the change of the thought and the belief, the change of the story. And I feel like what's going on here, which is it's freeing for us, is whenever we have conflict come up in our life, though in the beginning we know it really feels like it sucks, we know that it's for us and we'll eventually, allow ourselves to feel, allow ourselves to experience it. And then when we're like, all right, I've had enough of this, let me put it over here for now. Let me take a big deep breath, step back and go, okay, now what gift is in this for me? What belief is trying to show itself so that I can be set free from it? This small t truth rooted in fear that someone's actions or non actions, their words or their silence mean something about my worth. And let me see the clarity in this 5 and the 7. In between is the 6 of swords, which is seeing things from a higher perspectives allows us to leave some old thinking behind and allows us to move from choppy waters to calmer waters. And I feel like that's what's going on right now is some opportunity for some good reflection, all this Aquarius energy we're in right now, which is a air energy, a thinking energy, allows us to pocket it away and, kind of look past that energy. So I like that. Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here. Yeah, move your booty. I like it. Exercise. What it says, your butt cheeks will be much happier. So movement is helps us too. It helps us change that. And there's something that I heard earlier today they're bringing back because it's whatever story I tell my mind the most is what it'll keep bringing more of to me. And when I change my story, then I get a new story that comes in as well. So I like that. Right, that's what they have for you, guide. So many blessings to you. All right. Hey, Miss Marie. Looks like you retracted your messages. If you are still here, yes, please post your question and I'll add you to the free list here. All right. Faith and love, you are up to 4157. And you want to know what is coming in for your relationship with C this month. All right, let's take a look here. Hey, Faith and love. All right, let's see. Based on current energies, well, we got some solid energy with the major arcana number 4 of the Emperor and the 4 of Swords, too. So there's some mental rest that's coming in here. And the Emperor energy, I still feel like C here with this Emperor energy. They like clear the throne room of a lot of people, a lot of all the opinions, and that's why this is why they're able to rest is because all these expectations, they're like, all right, everyone, put all those things in that box on your way out. I need space to figure out what is it that I want. I'll put a plan together and then I'll take action behind it. So it's like right now it feels like the a lot of this energy here. Yeah, even on the bottom of the deck, you've got the 10 of swords, letting go of a lot of expectations. And what do I want? Not what as everyone else want. What do I want? And then they put a plan together. Then they take action behind it. But there is this energy of figuring it out. I'm still trying to figure out what it is I want. Because there's a lot of loud noise and a lot of people around them telling them what they should do and what they shouldn't do. And so I feel like they're stepping away from a lot of that blah, blah, blah in order to find out what they want. So I like that. It can be awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what your fortune cookie says too. You are made from stardust. It says, you are a miracle and here for a reason. The world needs you. I like that. It's reminding me of, it's from Mel Robbins' book, The Let Them Theory. And she says in there that really stood out, which is what they're bringing back, is we don't come here to find a mate, and make them our life. We come here to find our purpose on why we wanted to come here, what our contribution is we want to make to the collective in the world, and then we share it with someone. But they are not the reason why we live in our existence. And I love that. The world needs you, not C doesn't need you, the world needs you kind of energy. Very Aquarian uh thinking too. Yeah. So that's good that he's approaching that kind of energy, which is good, right? So I like that. Does that include you though? He needs to stop caring so much about what you think too? Wait, no, 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 no. Wait, 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 wait. Everyone except me. Too funny. All right. That's what they have for you, my dear. Many blessings. You're welcome. All right. Alexis, you are up 2:45:25. All right, Alexis. Is Larry not like what you thought he was like? You thought he was a sweet person, but he turned out to be rude and he gave off playa vibes. Is this the real him? You saw him in July of 2023 and you rewatched an old video. He was very rude. Oh, wow. All right, let's take a look here. Well, people change too, right? That's what, 3 years ago almost? Isn't that crazy that how time flies? All right, let's take a look here though. All right, thank you. Let's take a look here. Yeah, we got the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is about seeing their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way, which does reflect on what I was saying that they have changed some since then. But the moon card is there's a lot under the surface that is hidden still that you're not aware of who they are. It's like that lobster's about to go up there and pinch that dog on the butt, right? It's like, they do have some pinchers. There is some things like, don't we all though? But there is some things below the surface. We all carry a darkness from our growing up in our childhood, um, rooted and spawned in fear through our life to protect us. Rudeness, you can look at as fear, right? Every moment is either an expression of love and higher vibration or a cry out for it. Because when our little inner child feels unsafe or out of control, then it goes into a reaction mode. It becomes this dun da da da. Wait, see, can you see him? He's got a blade somewhere. Yeah, he's got a blade on there. Um, but we've become like a 2-year-old and a pet hissing cat, you know. And so we act, rudeness is it's a defense mechanism. And we either hiss and run away, or hiss and attack and then run away. And so when someone's hissing, they're in fear. And that's not the real them. We're reverting to a small child that experienced that pain originally that's being triggered and is reflecting it. So, you know, we will see different sides of people, you know, and when they're not in fear, we see who they really are, this, intelligent, compassionate, loving person. But when someone's in fear, we do stupid stuff because we go into a 2-year-old's mind who's unintelligent, uncompassionate, unloving, and will do things like that. So I feel like they're saying here that, you know, um, a piece of them is being this higher, being, but a piece of them, which is the moon card, the emotions underneath, they react like everyone else in fear, right? Um, so when we realize there's all that different sides of someone, then we can um, like embrace who people are, right? And when we're having conflict with anyone, it's a big mirror for us showing us, like I used to say, like, there's not toxic people, there's just toxic thoughts about people, because people just act, people just are. The things that they do and say or don't do and don't say just are until that we create the story around it. And whatever story we create is what influences us. And then we choose the emotional soundtrack to go with the mind and our energy that we're going to invest in it and our actions. We're going to react to it or are we going to respond to it? And so we, depending on what story we put in, if we go into fight or flight mode, then we act like a 2-year-old and we have rude thoughts and rude judgments and lower vibrational energy that goes towards someone. And so we're being lower vibrational, just like we were accusing someone else of, right? And it's an amazing awareness when you know that everyone's a mirror showing us what we want to see about ourselves. And so there's clarity that comes in, like when I watch old video of myself, do I see how I was very rude? Yeah. Or what were my thoughts back then about people? They were rude. They weren't loving. If they're not loving, they're lower vibrational, AKA rude, right? Let's see here. Yeah. You choose who to love. Access to your heart is a privilege. If the vibe isn't right, respectfully move on. I like it. It's that power too. It's like once I step back and I do my work, if I look at something, I'm like, that's still not the energy I want to be around. That's fine. But if I don't learn through my interaction with them, guess what? I'm just going to bump into someone else that's going to show me, because no matter, everyone's a mirror for us, right? And the reflection in the mirror doesn't change till the person looking in the reflection changes or in the mirror changes, right? So I like that for you. But that's what they have for you, Alexis. Hopefully that helps. Many blessings to you. Right. Touch o' love, you are up. Here is your timestamp. What do you need to know? What's coming? All right, let's take a look here. What do you need to know and what's coming? All right, we'll take a quick sip here. All right, what do you need to know? You are the head in charge. I could probably say that on YouTube, but the head biatch in charge. Boom, right? The emperor is. You get to decide. You, the ruler of your life. Whatever energy you focus on is what you're drawing in. You're not a baby in the backseat of a car. You're not in a cab with some sort of rogue cab driver taking you somewhere. You don't know where you're going. You're the driver of the party bus. You're the one driving. You're the one leading your life. The creator is listening to your energy, helping you create that. Your whole spiritual posse are all the puppies in the back of the bus, excited just to go along for the ride. They don't care. Let's go. But you're the one that's ruling your life. You're the one that gets to decide. The creator doesn't have this whole big, well, this is what I want for you for your life. They're more of a grandparent taking their grandchild to a playground to go play. And then when they get there, like, what do you want to go do? What interests you? We got the slide, we got the swings, we got the merry-go-round, the seesaw, the little dinosaur that goes off in this giant spring. What do you want to go play on? What do you want to go do? Well, what should I go on? They're like, I don't care. What is interests you? I don't have an interest in what. I just want you to have fun. I want you to have this adventure, this journey. What do you want to do? I'll go along with you. I'll push you on the swing. I'll stand behind you on the slide as you walk up and be on the other end when you slide down. I'll be there for you. But what do you want to go do? And this is what this Emperor energy is coming in. Yeah. And I love it because you got the King of Wands energy too, which is exactly like the Emperor energy. So times two, this energy of you're the one that gets to decide where your energy is, what you're drawing in, what you want to experience. The Tower card is this energy of, but you can trust that whenever anyone is removed out of your life or something is removed out of your life or whatever lightning bolt strikes your life, that it's for you. Removing something or someone out of your life to make space for something that's more in alignment with what you're wanting and the direction that you're wanting to head. Sometimes our human, we don't know where we wanted to go, but our higher self, of course, knows what it wants to experience in this life. And if there's something blocking our way and we're like, I just don't know what to do. Well, well, there you go. Look, I can walk down this path now. And so I feel like this is it's what's coming for you. An obstacle is going to be removed out of your life to make it easier for you to move forward into something that aligns more with the energy of what you want to experience. And your energy has been changing, and that's what's bringing this change on, because who you were before, yeah, that energy might have matched you back then, but you've changed. Your energy's different. The things of the old, if that energy didn't change, it just isn't compatible anymore. So you're ready to move into something more in alignment with that energy. All right. Oop, I guess that's your card. Then you've got don't believe your crappy thoughts. Your mind can lie to you. Don't believe the crappy thoughts. Your mind can lie to you. I love it. Right? That's what they have for you, Techo Love. So many blessings to you. Right? Olivier Vagara, you are up. Hello, hello, my friend. Here's your timestamp. May you have a general for this coming week. All right, let's take a look here. All right. So, wow, you've got the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords. Lot of movement of mindset coming in here. A lot of seeking the truth, seeing things more clearly for sure. New communication coming in too, it feels here this week. But it's a lot of mental energy. The Knight of Swords is on a quest for clarity, but behind the scenes they also have earth energy. And no, I'm sorry. Fire energy. I was thinking those pages are earth. The night is that's why their action, it's fire, it's movement. So that's why it's movement of thought and movement of communication that's coming in. And so it's interesting because I'm trying to zero in like where's the communication coming from? I'm like, I feel like I'm an operator, one of those old operators that, they had the little headsets and they plug in the old phones. And I'm like, "Who's this that's calling? Who's this that's calling?" And I'm like, "Well, it feels like it's job, it feels like it's relationship, it feels like it's family, it feels like I feel like it's all this movement of communication, movement of clarity, a lot of reflection, mental energy coming in here this next week." So, I mean, we got Libra energy today, balancing of mental energy. And then we'll be circling oh, yeah, because next week or the week after, because what do we have? We've got Libra. Yeah, because we've got Aquarius energy coming up for the new moon on the 17th. It's only the 5th, though. Oh, because it's 2 to 3 days in between, that's right. We've got, because after we leave Libra, we do go into Scorpio for 2 or 3 days, and then Sagittarius, and then Capricorn, and then Aquarius. So we're gonna go through this mental energy, but I feel like this new moon, in Aquarius, all this air energy, this doing things a new way, I'm tired of doing things the old way, is this energy that's coming in. You're ready for change. You're just feeling like the old ways of doing things just don't cut it anymore. That's Aquarius energy. It's the rebel. Speaking of rebel, we'll do the rebel deck, and I just feel like it's in every area of your life that's coming in. Yeah. Don't let anyone label you. You're not just one thing. Honor your diversity. Yeah. It's like getting out of our own mindsets. Don't let yourself also trap you in either. Don't let those mindsets. Don't let others, but don't let yourself, especially. So I like that for you, Olivier. Hopefully that resonates. That's what they got for you. Many blessings. Right. Maria P., you are up. Here's for your free reading. Thank you for your dual donations earlier. And a general for you and Wally. Let's take a look here. All right. So we do have the Seven of Swords along with temperance and balance energy. There is this getting out of your head here around timing of things. Seven of Swords, i- it's betrayal, thieving energy, lies energy, which, if I had the energy that it had to do with Wally, I would let you know. But this is an energy of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets cheating you, betraying you, because temperance is trust the timing. Eventually, if we just let it go back and forth and the magic happens, it'll turn to gold. But our impatience is what pushes it out and makes it longer. We like reset the timer and it keeps moving. It keeps moving further and further and further in the future. The things we're wanting to unfold between, you and Wally, they get pushed out further the more we push for it, right? Because that's the way it works. Our energy, if I'm not in gratitude for what I do have and what I have had, then when I'm in that, that just draws it and it speeds things up. That's gratitude energy is faster, higher vibrational. It brings things in faster. When I'm focusing on what's not happening, that's lack energy. If I'm on being patient, patient means I don't have something I think I should have already, right? That's lack energy. That's lower vibrational energy that pushes against and pushes out the date. Like, if someday we're gonna get married, well, that date keeps moving up the more we focus on, "I need it, I want it, it's not happening fast enough." Well, we're telling the universe, "I love waiting. I love lack. Can I have some more, please?" That's what our energy does. Our energy pushes the date out. It's not a punishment. Our energy is giving us what we're focusing on. But when I focus on what I'm grateful for, it draws more in of those experiences. So good reminder. I know you know all this. We probably talked about it a lot, right? I know, but it's a good reminder. Let's see what your fortune cookie says here. Oh, what is this one? Okay. Yeah. Don't make decisions when you're emotional or drunk. I added that in. Let the intensity pass. Make a move when you're centered. Don't make decisions when you're emotional, right? Good reminder for us all, right? So that's what they have for you, Maria. Thank you again. All right. Hidden little gem. You are up 30231. Here's your timestamp. Will AM miss you? How does he think right now? All right, let's take a look here. All right. Got that and that one. All right. So, will AM miss you? Four of Cups, emotional stability here. There's a bit of emotional stagnancy when it comes to them here. And and this isn't, this would be like, this is you, this is the person before, this is the person before, and this will be the person after him. I don't feel like there's someone who misses people. I feel like they're more about what's going on right here in the moment right now. They don't feel like there's this reflective energy that they look backwards. They are looking at now and forward. Um, so I don't feel like there's someone who misses family, misses teammates, misses a job, misses this or that. They're always looking for the next thing. What's this next? What's the next gift that's coming for me? You know, what are what are their thoughts right now? I feel like they're, you know, this energy of getting, I don't know, it's because the Emperor energy is clearing everyone out and trying to decide what is it that I want. And we got these four energies, the four major arcana number four, the Emperor, and then the Four of Cups. So it's like they're seeking stability and their thoughts are more on what do I want? What do I want to achieve? What do I want in life? I don't know. And I feel like they're in this trying to figure it out stage of their life right now, realizing I'm the one that has to decide, but I don't have any idea what I want to do. And I feel like they're just in that, trying to clear out everyone else's opinions so that they can sit and decide what it is they truly want. But I don't feel like they've made any decisions ultimately in their life. They're more focusing on what I don't want, but what do I want? I don't know. So they're kind of in that, like I said, figuring out stage of their life. Yeah. I like this. Get to know yourself. Be okay being alone. You're actually pretty cool. I love that from the universe, from your spirit guides. And it is, if we can't be happy being alone, we can't be happy in a relationship. So there is some learning to be happy alone because we're the only ones that can make us happy. Other people can't make us happy. They can make it easier or harder for us to choose to be happy. They can't make us happy. Happiness happens in here. It's an inside job, not an outside job. And we can't make anyone else happy either. Again, we can make it easier or harder for people to choose happiness, but ultimately, we can give someone the world, they can still choose to be unhappy. We know people like that we've come across in life, right? They're like, "Oh my god, what else do I need to do to make you happy?" All right. So, hopefully that helps. Hidden little gem, that's what they have for you. So many blessings. Hey, Helga, you gleaned from that as well? Like, yours is just, 3 away, so you're almost there. Well, let me add some more my little squiggly lines here. Oh, just a few more. Boom, 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 and one more. Boom, boom. All right. So, Cat Mia, you are up. Wow, that is blurry. Fix that real quick here. Come on, skip that. Whoop. It focused in on that card really good. Here I am. I was like, wow, that was blurry. All right. So, Cat Mia, I want to go anything on the thing you're searching for. They said it got 50 days. All right, let's take a look here. So, what else? What can you know about this thing? All right. Well, you do have both the Hermit and the Star card. Now, in here, let's see here. Whoops, wrong one. In that lantern right there is the star of the Star card. So I do feel here, this is you will find what you're looking for, but it's where you wouldn't think. Like you think, "Oh, it's gonna be up in the sky." No, it's found in hermitude. It's found in stepping away, connecting to the spirit realm. They will show you, they will bring this in. It's the light that will guide you, and they will guide you towards this. So I love this for you because the star card is balanced energy. It is a dream come true energy. It is a balancing, these cover up her little chest there. But we got the seven total stars here. Oh, I was covering one up. I go, where's the other one? So there's 7 little small stars which represent the 7 chakras, which is about balancing energy. So it's important to balance your energy. It's important to step away, connect with the spirit realm. They will guide you, they will show you the way. They're going to be the staff that supports you in finding that here. But here's the light that will guide you. So I do feel like you will find it. It's just not going to be where you think it should be. Like a star is in the sky. No, it's in your lantern. What? So interesting. Let's see what your fortune cookie says here. But it does feel like you will find it within those days. Yeah. Do you feel like you're going nutso? Blame the hormones. Let me see, I can't read it. You'll recognize yourself again one day. So I like this. Things are changing, things are unfolding. You will find yourself again. So I like that for you, Katmia. Hopefully that helps. Right. Happy Pill, you are up. Here is your timestamp and angel messages. Let's see here. What do's your angels want you to know? Right. All right. Looks like you got 1 and 3 cards. So they gave you some messages. So this first one, the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles energy is this is a solid foundation energy. This has something to do with home and the actual four walls of the material world. So there's actually they're bringing you great great tidings of change of residence, of where you work. It's something about a change of location. Let's see what these other 3 cards are here. Yeah, it is time. The wheels of fortune are a changing. You will see how this is for you. Yeah, you have this new opportunity opening up in the outside world. And the King of Swords. Clarity, it will come here very quick here for you with this. And it's about communication. So I feel like this is more like maybe a job opportunity that's coming your way, something that is in your um, world of experience and education. If you had education with that King of Swords, it very much supports the mind. So it's either experience or education that's coming in here. And I do feel like they're letting you know that there's this great opportunity that's coming and it is for you. So um, don't dismiss it. Just realize whatever this change is that coming, that you wanted it, your higher self wanted it, and it's opens up your world. Yeah. So you have pick up your crap. You want to be dirty? That's on you, but don't make others clean your junk. I like that. Pick up your crap. I feel like it's about letting go. Pick up your own stuff and let your own stuff go. Don't expect anyone else to, you know, um, clear away some old feelings, some old beliefs, some old patterns, some old cycles. They're like, it's time to clean it up. It's time to let some stuff go and move on to something else. So, hopefully that resonates there for you. That's what they have for you, my dear. Many blessings. All right. Hey, Helga, we are up. Hello, hello. Here's your timestamp. Thanks for hanging out with us for so long. So, what is S's intentions towards you? And what is the energy between you guys? All right, let's take a look here. So, what are their intentions, current intentions, and then what is the energy, current energy between you? All right, so their intentions really, the Three of Wands is about a change of direction and wanting to take things a different way than they had originally thought it would go. It doesn't feel like a bad thing. Let's see what's the energy between the two of you. Yeah. Because the Queen of Swords is a beautiful complementary energy. It's the balance between head and heart. And the Queen of Swords is like, it's a very compatible energy. It's one of the cards that means someone that fits like a glove. And so I feel like this energy that's coming in here is at first they thought, well, we'll see how it goes. And I'm not sure this is going to go anywhere, but I do want to just, hang out and find out what's going on. And I feel like the more that they get to know you and the more that things unfold, they're like, wow, there's not that they thought poorly of you before, but there's so much more to you than I imagined. They're reminding me when people would meet me, because I'm usually like a happy, funny, ha ha ha, jokester kind of person, and they thought, and I used to be really, built and stuff, and they used to think I was like, wow, you're a good physical person and funny, but maybe not a but when we start talking about deep things, they'd be like, "Wow, you surprised me." I'm like, "What? I just thought you." They don't know how to say it. "I just thought you were like a hot guy, not, like there was anything between your ears." I was like, "Well, that's all right. Maybe we do it on purpose, right? A facade. Till people really get to know. Like, we play dumb." And then they're like, then zap. But I like this. It feels good. It feels, um, like they're intrigued a bit of who you are, and, that you're more than they expected. Not that they expected, you know, anything lower, but, so hopefully that makes sense. Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here too. Yeah, I like it. Whenever you're in a funk, create something interesting. Draw, write, or make music. So I like that. When you're feeling down, let your creative energy out. Let that funk energy get moving and just like purge that energy through creativity. So I like that for you, Helga. That's what they have for you, my dear. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Andrea, 54. Hector, you are up. So here's your timestamp. I want to know what to expect from Carlos, your boyfriend, on Valentine's Day. You're an Aries dealing with a Leo. Ooh, fire. All right. Based on current energies, what are they plotting? Let's take a look here. What can you expect? All right. Well, the cup floweth over, Ace of Cups, and the Justice card. I feel like they're trying to figure out somehow to do something differently here. The Justice card, it's the mind. It's, with that Ace of Swords up here, it's about clarity, but it's about balancing the scales and kind of cutting off some of the old expectations of the blah, 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 blah. But they're looking at trying to do something that from the heart instead of from expectation. So I feel like they're trying to do things a little abnormal. And so I kind of feel like, and this is the a great advice for all of us, for anything, Valentine's Day, birthdays, Christmas, whatever holidays that we create expectations around, because the more we have like supposed to be's and should be's, even if they do all of this, like we were just talking about earlier with Maria, it's we do all of this is disappointment. If we have all these expectations, they try to do everything to get up to zero. And it's just like, check, check, check. All right, you did everything I expected. All right. What where does it leave us? It's just breaking even. When we have as little expectations as possible, whatever they give, abundance and fullness, and this energy brings in more abundance and fullness. When we're focusing on expectations, we get more lack, more things of lack come in. So I like that. One of the biggest things is don't expect anything for Valentine's Day. I know that's hard because we're like, oh no, they're supposed to show me they love me by blah, 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 blah. If they forget one thing, all the rest is crap. No. If we're like, you know what, I don't expect anything from them, and whatever they give me will be wonderful, then we're going to have a wonderful time. If we have this long list of things, well, they should at least do this and this and this. If they forget something, and they don't do something, then we're gonna be like, "Oh, it was fun, but," and that but, um, that but becomes a hole in the relationship. That's funny. Alright. So I like this. Your intuition is a superpower. Listen to your gut. It knows stuff. So follow your heart, follow your gut, as well. So hopefully that helps, Andrea. That's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then Ateshi Singh, you are up, Ateshi. Here's your timestamp, 319 even. You're welcome, Helga. Hugh's energy between Lily versus you. All right, so Hugh, all right. Hugh with Lily is, yeah, we've got some little bit of lying, deceit, betrayal, dishonesty between them and Lily. Between the energy between the two of you is the star card. They do look at you in a way of, because that's like dream come true energy. It's balanced energy too. Um, but it's interesting when I'm looking at that because it's like, well, if I'm a dream come true, why don't you act like it, right? But the bottom of the deck, we've got the Knight of Wands, which is an energy of, it can be player energy, but it's passionate energy. It's someone who's, I can't hold back this fire horse. When a horse is on fire, trying to get it to, whoa, horsey, ain't gonna work. It's like it's driven, right? And I just feel like they've got something um deep within them that drives them towards passion and new experiences. And though they see you as like a what a dream come true should be, it's never, no one's ever going to be enough for them in the outside world, because what they're looking for is on the inside. And they'll keep looking and looking desperately in the outside world, thinking maybe two people, maybe three people are what I need to make myself feel full, because one hasn't worked, two hasn't worked, maybe I need three people, and it's like, no, you need one, and it's you. We are the one we're looking for. Once we go inward and upward and find our self-love, then we feel full. Then what someone gives us is above and beyond extra, and we can have someone that feels like a dream come true, because we're found the dream come true inside of us, and then someone else we can share that with, right? But until he finds that, he's gonna be, like, looking, uh, to spread that fire. So, sorry. But we got it. Turn off the screens. No binge watching, gaming, or phones. Yes, you can really do it. It's like step away from the social media, step away from stalking them, trying to figure out what's going on. It's like you deserve to have someone that recognizes who you are, right? And until they find themselves, which I don't see that happening anytime soon, they wouldn't even see that. They would just see you as an option, and it's important for you to not make yourself an option, to make yourself that number one, and to fall in love with yourself. So I like that for you, Teshi. Right. So many blessings to you. All right. And we have Marissa Smith. Hey, Marissa. Here is your timestamp here. Boom, boom. And your free question: will you be moving into a new place before this summer? All right. Based on current energies, will you? All right. Here you go. Boom, boom. Got the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups. Maybe a roommate. I don't know. We have the Queen of Swords, which the Queen of Swords, I mean, I do feel like maybe this is a roommate. There's two queens sitting across from each other. But the Queen of Cups, a very intuitive energy. The Queen of Swords, a very compatible energy. So I do feel like this would be a yes, regardless of the situation here. So it does feel like you do move in before the summer, but I feel like it can be with someone else. If not, this is like a perfect place, and you got to follow your gut and follow your heart with this Queen of Cups to find it. The Queen of Swords is a perfect balance between head and heart, something that really balances out. But I keep getting this energy that this can be with a roommate. It can be with someone that's, and you guys have um, that emotional behind the scenes connection, because the Queen of Swords rolls over the mind, has a second portion of cups behind the scenes. Queen of Cups rolls over cups and has a second one. So you do have this emotional, um, empathic heart connection energy. It doesn't mean that it's romantic or anything like that. of course. It just means you've got that beautiful empathic, emotional, um, flow that's there. So it makes it a very, um, successful kind of connection. Yeah, I like this. You are perfect, and there are always ways to improve. Both are true. I like it, sorry, I'm falling off my chair. Because we are perfect. We are perfect mountains already. What happens in life is we start burning away those things that aren't us so we could see more clearly who we are. So we're already perfect, just we move away things, that, you know, um, that are standing our way out for being who we are. Oh, okay, you never do roommate? Okay. Alright, well, that's what they have for you, Marissa, so many blessings to you. All right. And then Moonlight, you are up. Here is yours. Thank you for your donation earlier. Here's for your free reading. Anything about NN? Been very quiet lately. Heard a friend say he's kind of hermiting. Will the quiet keep up or will you hear from him soon again? All right, let's take a look here. What do we got going on here? About NN, what can we know? All right. So we do have the 6 of Pentacles, energy that's here, and the 4 of Wands energy too. Joy and celebration energy here. You know, with your questions here, why is he hermiting? Well, I did see the bottom of the deck, and we do have this Leo energy, the strength card energy, the trying to gain courage energy that's happening here. And I feel like this Leo full moon did, you know, um, impact them too. So there could be some sort of Leo energy that rolls in their chart. But I feel like it really opened up a lot of their, um, emotional energy. So a lot of reflection, I feel, and that would explain the hermiting. Um, will you hear from them again? I don't feel here. The 6 of Pentacles feels like they're working on this giving and receiving. They're out of balance belief and rate of exchange of what they have to give to receive. So I feel like they're kind of focusing in on that. Because I just when I step into their energy, I just feel imbalanced. Like I don't get what I have to give to receive, kind of. It's almost like I'm a little socially awkward, and I'm not on the same thinking as other people, and so my rate is different, though, when I feel like, "Well, no, I'm supposed to give you a chicken to get this other thing," or something like that, right? So, we've got this little, "Huh, I don't understand why you don't like chickens?" You're just like, "Normally, you give roses on Valentine's Day, not a dead chicken." You know, and it's like, "All right, it's different." But, as far as hearing from them soon again, the 4 of Wands feels like some sort of celebration. I feel like you bump into them at some sort of gathering, some sort of celebration, so I don't feel like they, go to meet you specifically, but I do feel like you guys bump into each other at some sort of social gathering. Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here. All right. Yeah, I like it. Detox. And it's interesting. Drink a smoothie and throw some stuff out. Block them on social media. So that's what I feel like when you ask about NN. This is like doing a detox. Let it go. Um, I just feel like there's that kind of separating from it kind of energy that's coming in. Right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. Many blessings to you. All right, let me make sure here. Hey, Crystal Waters, good to see you. I got you on the list here next. I think, let me just make sure I didn't skip over anybody. Don't think I did. Nope. Okay. Come on, mouse. Boom, boom. All right. So Crystal Waters, 329.35. Here is your timestamp. And you said, please, can you ask, what do you need to know right now? Hey, Anna. Thank you. My birthday's actually on the 12th, but thank you for the early birthday wishes because I celebrate all year long. So all birthday wishes are never late. They're always on time. But thank you. You're the first one to wish me a happy birthday. All right. So you want to know, what do you need to know right now, Crystal Waters? Yes, thank you. What do you need to know right now? All right. So whatever you've been putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears over is coming to fruition here. You're going to be seeing the fruit of your labor coming in. Queen of Pentacles is about abundance. It's about a harvest. It's about caring for yourself too, making sure you're nurturing yourself. Don't overdo the work, but putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears, continue to persevere and keep going because all this that you're creating is going to bring you the abundance and the harvest that comes in here. So I like it. They're saying here, all that all the effort you've been putting in, you're going to see results, and you should start to see them here anytime soon if you haven't already. But you're going to start to see them. It's like having planted a fruit tree and you've done everything to get it going, and now the blossoms have happened, and now you're starting to see, oh, look, two pieces of fruit. Look. And then the next day, five, six, seven pieces of fruit. The next day, 12 more pieces of fruit. The next day, it just starts growing and exponentially happening here to where you're like, wow. So there's this feeling of whatever you've been putting your energy into, you're about to see the fruition of your hard labor, your blood, the sweat, the tears that you've brought into that. So I really like that. It's worth the effort. It's worth continuing moving forward on. And then I like this. You're kind of being boring. Try some new foods, places, hobbies, music, and books. New stuff makes life thrilling. So I like that as well. Coming in here, it's like, yeah, try some new things too. Don't be all work and no play. Try some new things. So I like that for you. All right. So that's what they have for you, Crystal. Thank you again for being here. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up, all the likes. It does help spread the Zen love. It's something that you can do to show my channel or me some love. And I'm so grateful for that. You are part of the love tsunami, which helps the algorithm. It helps draw more people to the channel so they can see the videos that I put out and join our live streams and hear from spirit too. So thank you so much for doing that. I think that's it for my reading. So if you guys haven't got into the giveaways every new moon and full moon, I do have a giveaway for a 30-minute personal recorded reading or one of my energetic hedges. So the next drawing is on the new moon coming up on February 17th. So that video talks about how to get into it. It's also linked down in the description box of this video stream. So you can always find it there and get into that drawing. I will pull a winner on that day and put out a video for the winner. So I have them about every 2 weeks because that's about every full moon and new moon is about every 2 weeks. Also, if you didn't check out my Leo full moon video on how to make the most of full moon energy, that's free. And it talks about how you can make the most of release statements. We're still only a few days after the full moon, so we can still glean on that for at least through Sunday. And then for the new moon, a couple days before that, I put out a video making the most of the new moon wishes and intentions too. So keep a lookout for those. If you haven't taken a look at my podcast series, I just came out with a new one today. Adventure 10 about living consciously. So if you want to check that out, the whole playlist is down in the description box. If you want to catch up on all that, it's all about how to make this path, this human adventure, an easier path instead of a harder one, if we choose to. I learned the hard way. I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to either. Right. And then lastly, I did introduce a new hedge, which is the Hedge of Health. And those are on sale for $35 instead of the $50. It's for a 2-week process. So if you want to check that out, and that's all about, there's a link for that too. So I like it. I like it a lot. All right, everybody. Well, those are all the things I like to make sure you're aware of. And I am on Wednesday through Sunday evenings, starting at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. So I'll be back Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if you'd like to join me, I'll be here. Until then, remember every second of every day of your life, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, many blessings, much love to you, and we'll see you soon.